I'm kind of getting irritated because this took longer than I imagined, and so I feel like my time is being wasted because obviously I'm okay, I'm not kidnapped, I'm perfectly fine, I don't see anything that would show any signs of kidnapping. I had my phone, so if I needed help, I would have contacted help, or I could have yelled fire or help. So I think that this is just a big discommunication with the whole world, so I'm ready to leave, that's all.
This is Kaitlyn Coons. She may look like the girl next door, but she's about to give even seasoned FBI agents nightmares. This real-life horror story begins in April 2023 when 53-year-old Nicole Jones vanishes from her Ohio home. When deputies arrive for a welfare check, they find signs of a disturbance and evidence someone tried to clean it up. But Nicole is nowhere to be found. As they race to locate her, detectives turn to the last people to see Nicole, her son Jonathon Jones and his girlfriend Kaitlyn Coons. But they've also disappeared. Within days, investigators working this real-life thriller learn the pair have fled to Mexico. Local authorities there finally track them down. Now what began as a missing persons case is about to spiral into something far more disturbing. That's because, as FBI agents dig into Kaitlyn and Jonathon's relationship, they're about to be pulled into a twisted true crime story of love, manipulation, and a crime spree far more calculated and horrific than anyone could have imagined.
The reason why we got called in is because we were notified that there was a juvenile that was in Mexico, a U.S. citizen, and that was going to be deported back. So we're here because we just want to talk to you, figure out what happened, how you made it down there, if you were treated okay, because obviously...
I don't really want to talk about it. I already talked to the police about it.
In Mexico?
Yes.
Okay.
They have a translator.
So what Colette's trying to say is our concern is that because...
I know nothing bad happened. I was just down here for a week or so, and then when I went to go use the bathroom, that's when the Mexican police pulled me aside and was like, "You're gonna have to come with us. You don't have a traveling visa."
Okay.
That's what happened. And besides that, nothing else happened. I've been to a couple Mexican restaurants. I've slept at a couple motels here and there. That's it.
Okay.
There's nothing deep, I went on a killing spree. No, it's not what happened.
Okay.
And I came to Mexico because I was looking for a new beginning. And then out of nowhere, they started posting stuff. And that's when the Mexican police were also like, "Why is it showing all this?" And I was like, "I don't know." They just now started putting things up like that.
Who started posting stuff?
Apparently, they're saying the U.S. Marshals want me. They said that the National Center of America wants to talk to me. I talked to my local police, and they said that they were going to be taking me out for missing because I wasn't even supposed to be put in as missing.
Were you missing at one point?
I was last year.
Okay. What happened with that? I just want to kind of know what happened.
Well, that's just because I ended up in the system.
In the foster care system? How did you end up in foster care?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay. So part of what our thing here is because you're an American citizen, and we have so many reports of American citizens going down to Mexico and all these horrible things happening.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that nothing happened.
Nothing did happen to me. Nothing at all. The only thing is that the Mexican police, they were tightening the handcuffs on me very tight. Every time I was screaming, it was hurting me. And the one lady, she jumped on me and stuff and was like, shut up. And she kept tightening it. She even I was sitting in a chair right here and they had the handcuffs on the both chairs. And she moved my one that was right here to the other chair. So I was having to be like this.
Where in Mexico did that happen to you?
It was in, not the center that I was picked up in, but one of their centers.
Was there a jail?
No, it was a shelter.
A shelter, and they had you handcuffed at a shelter? Did they say why they were handcuffing you?
They said that the reason why is because I needed to stay calm, and I told the person on the phone, the USA candidate, or whatever the hell the person was, I was like, they became aggressive with me for no reason out of nowhere. They literally just started yelling at me, and I couldn't understand them. And I was like, so I started yelling back at them, and then they started hitting me, pushing me, so I started doing it back, and then that's when they threw me on the ground and put me in handcuffs.
And so these are the kind of things that we want to know about, right? Is because you're a U.S. citizen, and if you were injured over there, we need to hear these things,
Right.
okay? So that's all we're here for, you know? That's just what we want to talk to you about. So, okay? So thank you for sharing that with us. And it helps. We do have a few more questions, okay? So, about that, okay? However, before we get started, I want to make something very clear, okay? That everybody who comes back here into the U.S. and everybody who talks, you have rights, okay?
Right.
So you are not.
I know my rights right now.
Okay.
If anything, if what my one friend was telling me is true, that the U.S. Marshals want me, then that means I need to go back to Ohio to go to court.
Okay.
So I know my rights.
So, but I'm gonna read them, right?
Okay.
Just so that, because you know how you see on TV, everybody gets them, you know? So I just want you to know that you have them, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Kaitlyn has read her Miranda rights. Agents also document injuries on her body, looking for signs that could link her to Nicole's disappearance.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have marks on your wrist?
From the handcuffs?
Yeah. Do you think if there's marks, can we take pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the bruise too. When were you handcuffed, today or last night?
Last night.
Last night.
And there's one right there. There's that.
What kind of cuffs were they using? Were they using like zip ties or like the metal cuffs?
The metal cuffs.
Okay.
And they had it on the tightest setting. And the one girl, like I said, she literally pushed me through me, and then she was like putting the handcuffs on me, taking the handcuffs off, tightening them back up to put them together. It was terrible.
Okay. All right. How many people were in there?
It's funny because there was multiple people,
I'm gonna
and
take a full picture.
they were laughing when I was screaming for help and yelling for help. They were all laughing, and I was like, why is this even a thing? Like, where's the American people at?
What about those? Was that part of it?
No, these are self-harmers. I used to be a self-harmer back when I was 12, so.
Okay. All right, so I won't add those ones in there. Is this, do you mind if I touch you? What is this?
I don't know what it is. It's just been there ever since,
Since you came?
Not ever since I came, ever since the handcuffs. Like I said, you could see right
No,
where.
yeah, no, I actually hold your hand just like that. Okay, and then show me your wrist this way. And then let me get one. Okay, and then let me see your other wrist, please. Kind of the same thing, I'm gonna take it from 4 angles. Then that way, and then this way. Okay.
And then you can also see right here, that's really bruised too.
Okay, see, we're still, I'm trying to get my phone to focus. Okay.
You said they were like pushing you and kicking you too. Do you have any marks from that? Like any hand marks on your chest or your?
I don't think so. It just, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened yet.
I'm gonna move out this way. So, and then even the sunburn on your leg, did that have anything to do when you were with them in Mexico? No? Okay, just from the sun? Okay.
So I do have to ask real quick, there's some like marks here. Is that a hickey or is it a bruise?
Like right here.
Yeah.
It's probably just a mark.
Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't like strangled or anything like that.
No, the only other thing she did besides throwing me and kicking me, she was petting my hair and pushing back my hair, which I thought was weird.
Okay.
Because that's not professional.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you brushing me like that?
Okay. Was she saying anything to you?
No, the only thing I ever heard her that I understand was she was like, I don't speak no English, and she started laughing.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Sounds like you had a pretty irritating time.
I mean, don't get me wrong though. I mean, the food was good. It really was. It was actually authentic.
What did you eat?
I had tacos. I tried their banana ice, like their peanut thing.
On your phones, do you have password?
One of them is just the Wi-Fi only, and then the other one should be 2005.
Which is which one?
That one's the Wi-Fi only.
Okay.
That one right there is the 2005. I put it a year after my birthday.
Can you have a piece of paper you can write down?
Yeah.
Grab one from there. So it's 20.
05. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2005.
See?
Okay. And this one you said it's only Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and it's reset it because that's the one I was gonna sell in Mexico, so it doesn't.
So is this one dead or did you just shut it up?
No, it's not dead. It's like reset it because I was gonna venta in Mexico.
So you did like the factory
I
reset?
can't believe this isn't out.
I know.
No.
Alright. If you guys need anything, let me know.
Thank you. So what's the banana thing? I'm not aware of that.
Like it's a frozen banana.
What's
With
it
chocolate and peanuts, yes.
That sounds delicious.
Why do they need passwords to my phones?
Right, so I can answer that. So when you come back into the United States from a foreign country, which is obviously what you did, all electronic devices are subjected to a border search authority. So even like if I went to Germany, right, and I come back to the United States, they can tell me, open up your phone, I want to see it. So it's illegal, right?
I'm sorry, I'm like trying to remember my phone password because I literally just got my phone back today.
Okay. Did they have it?
What, my phone password?
Uh-huh.
No, they literally took all my stuff right now is in the car in Mexico right now. So I was found with the 2 phones on me.
Got it.
So like, they let me have it like whenever they were trying to figure out what was gonna happen to me. But when I went to the shelter last night, they took them from me because their rules there said that I couldn't have them because of me being a minor.
Got it. Yeah. And you know what? That's kind of how it is here in the United States as well.
Well, no, I know in the United States I can have my phone. That's where I got my phone here.
Right.
So I know I can have it here.
Yeah.
And I know that also, even though I'm in the system, I was supposed to get emancipated so that I can have my own house and everything. And before that, like my caseworker already knew that I had my own phone and everything. So I was also allowed to through my county and everything.
Okay.
Like I have papers and stuff about that.
Okay.
So you had to go through the state to have your own phone?
Well, when you're in the system,
Okay.
they get to decide what you can have, who you can contact, who you get to call and all that.
Okay.
Thank you.
But since I was about to be 18, I was about to get emancipated.
Okay. So actually, can you talk to me about that? What were the circumstances of the Mexicans? Like how did you guys get pulled over? What happened?
The person I was with, we were gonna go and use the bathroom and they showed up out of nowhere. They took the person I was with, led him against the car. They took me in the back seat and they asked me what my age was, what we were doing. I said I was 17. We were gonna go use the bathroom before, trying to sell jewelry. And he was like, well, the 2 ages are really bad, da da da. And I was like, actually, I know it's actually legal in Mexico if the only time someone can be with someone above the age of 18 is if they're doing something sexually, then the person has to be 18 for someone to be dating somebody above 18. So I know that, and I told him that, and I was like, I know that, and we haven't been doing anything sexual. I just came here with him, and he happens to be my boyfriend. And when back in Ohio, they already knew about it. So,
Okay.
and so what the policia or whatever said, they were like, well, we're gonna search the car, do a search on it, see what's in there. They were like, if you don't have a permit for it, we're gonna have to keep it, and you're gonna have to go back to Texas, and you can either go in the car to Texas if you do have the permit, but if you don't have the permit, we're gonna escort you guys there ourselves. So they ended up finding marijuana in the car, even though Border Patrol checked that. They already checked the marijuana in the car, and the Border Patrol let us go. They said we were fine, that we had the legal amount in the car for marijuana.
Okay.
And then that day, yesterday, the policia were like, yeah, marijuana's illegal.
Okay.
Was that Border Patrol here in Texas or somewhere else, like in El Paso?
I think it was the Border Patrol of, it's not Texas. I don't know where it was. It's not Texas.
Mexico, Arizona, California.
I think it was Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of information. So why did you get stopped by Border Patrol in Arizona?
In Arizona.
Uh-huh.
Because they have like patrol cars like throughout everywhere.
Okay.
That's by the borders.
Got it. Okay.
And like
So
whenever
was
they
it-
stopped us, we asked them like, what do we need to get into Mexico or whatever? Because like we weren't even entering Mexico until that point. So they were like, oh, you don't need anything for you because you're a minor. You just need to tell them your name, your age, and stuff, and let them know that you're a minor.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then so they let us off or whatever. And then we ended up going through the border, and then that's when that happened.
The border to Mexico? Was that through Arizona or through here in El Paso?
I think it was through Texas, if I remember correctly. It like leaked. I don't know anything. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I have a brain injury.
It's okay. It's okay. So, and you can take your time. Take your time. We're just trying to understand, right? So when was it a checkpoint, or did they just stop you on the side of the road?
I think it was a checkpoint,
Okay.
if I remember. Isn't it like checkpoints like where they can like stop you and check your car and everything?
Yeah. So there's a lot of checkpoints in New Mexico and here in Texas, right? Because as you can see, remember what we saw outside, there's a lot of people that are trying to come across the border, like illegally. So that's one of the things, they're just trying to make sure that people aren't being smuggled in or smuggled out, illegally, guns, drugs, stuff like that. So that's why they make those kind of stops.
Right.
Real quick, your phone password? You said you were trying to remember it. Do you remember?
It should be.
Can we have you on it? Because,
It should be 205.
yeah, we're not.
Hold on, let me give it a minute. It might be my birthday, I don't know.
The 2006?
Yeah, I know it was something to do with my birthday. I don't know if it was my birthday or if it was after my birthday because I didn't want people to be able to figure it out easily because you know how people steal phones.
It's okay.
We can take a minute.
Also, my ex might be blowing me up because he keeps telling me about the U.S. Marshal, so you might see that number pop up in the messages.
Who's your ex?
His name is Michael Smith. He's trying to tell me that, I'm wanted and that I'm about to be going to jail. And I'm on Facebook right now, so here you go.
What
What was the password?
What? 2006.
Okay.
6?
Yes,
Thank you.
it's my birthday.
Why would he say that?
What?
Everything that
Yeah, but
just
like the
said.
U.S. Marshals or something?
Yeah.
Because I used to be with him when I was younger, and because of the cops finding out and everything, he's trying to get at me as best as he can right now. So he's trying to help the police and stuff. And I'm like, there's nothing to help out with. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Right.
So he's just right now is spamming my number with, oh, well, the U.S. Marshal, you're about to be in jail. I got somebody pregnant, and, I'm going to make sure they're, the best daughter in the world, because, I know how you didn't have the best parents or whatever. But it's just,
Is he trying to upset you?
Yeah, basically, but it can't upset me. Nothing upsets me.
So you said you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend?
At some point.
When you were younger, how old were you when that happened?
14.
14. How old was he when that happened?
I don't know.
Okay. So is he like an adult though now?
Yeah, he's an adult now.
Okay. Did he ever get in trouble because you guys dated or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
He just tries to help the police to look good on my family and stuff, but that's not gonna happen.
Okay. And you said you had a brain injury?
Yeah, I have a TBI, traumatic brain injury, on February 22nd after being found in a car accident, coming off of fentanyl and what's it called? Fentanyl, I think. It wasn't coke, it was
Meth? No.
I don't know. But just coming off of that, I had to get a big tube down my throat. I was found unconscious and unresponsive. They had to, help me breathe, and then I started having multiple brain bleeds. So then I got transferred to the brain ICU, and then I got stitches on my head, and then I had to get stitches in my eye because of the glass hit my eye, and then and then like my eating or whatever, my blood sugar drops really bad after eating meals and stuff like that. And they told me it's because the nutrition is going all to my head, but it's been months since the car accident and it's still happening. So.
Were you in a coma? No. Were you awake when the tube went down your throat?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So intubated? They had you intubated?
Yes.
How long were you intubated for? That's pretty serious.
Yeah. I don't know. They just said it happened right after they found me.
Okay. And how long were you in the hospital for?
Almost 2 months. And then also another thing is I had to have a blood transfusion.
You had to have a blood transfusion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because apparently there was like white cells in my blood. I don't know what it was. They didn't tell me anything, so I ended up one day going out of the hospital and reading my file, and I asked the doctor like what happened, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this happened to you."
Okay.
I just have some more questions about you said you had an eating disorder earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, you said anorexia?
Yeah.
Okay, when did that start?
I've always had an eating disorder since I was younger, but I've been getting hospitalized really bad over it recently because I was like, I think 117, and I ended up going up to like 200 after being in a residential, and then I dropped down to 156, and then once I hit 156, the hospital took me in, and then I dropped down to, I'm trying to remember, I think 137 because I didn't eat or drink in 5 days, and then I got hospitalized for that, and they got me to 152. But recently, after the hospital I was at for my, brain injury, I went from I was at 152 where they got me at, and I dropped down to 147 in the brain ICU, and then they put me in the trauma floor, and I dropped down to 123, and then whenever I got discharged, I was 128.
Jeez. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And you said you were on fentanyl at the time of the car accident. Are you on any drugs right now?
I was on fentanyl of the car accident because of the person I was with. I didn't know them, and I think what the person the people who I was talking to let me talk to FBI for the car accident, the Cleveland FBI. I was talking to them, and they were like, well, the person that you got weed from probably laced it or whatever. They're like, that's not safe to, go around and getting weed for people off the streets. They're like, you need to go to dispensary for that. And I was like, okay. And so that's what they told me, is that someone probably laced it.
Jeez. Okay. I have to step out really, really quick. But Hannah's going to stay just to chat with you real quick. I just have to make a phone call. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Let me send this real quick. So you said this guy's your boyfriend that you were with?
Who?
The person who
Yeah. He got locked up because of the marijuana being illegal.
How much marijuana was it?
It was not a lot. It was literally gummies, and they locked him up over that.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Jonathon.
Jonathon. Okay. What's Jonathan's last name?
James.
Jonathan. Okay. And you said they said something about the age.
They said that it was bad, but after I talked to the translator after getting to the police station, he said that the whole reason why we got stopped was because of the visas, and then they were like, well, they are going to let you go, but they're going to check the car before they do. They're going to, see if you guys have a permit for it. They're going to deep search it to see if there's anything illegal, but you guys should be on your way to Texas, or whatever. You're going to have to get, the visas to come over onto this side of Mexico, because apparently where the borders at, yes, they let you in, but then once you get to a certain stop point, you have to have a travel visa to keep going. And we didn't know that. Nobody told us that. And they didn't say it on Google either.
Right.
So that's what we told them. And then they were like, okay, they searched the car, they found the gummies, and then they were like, okay, yeah, he's going to be in jail for 2 days because he had marijuana. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, you're going to go to the shelter. And I was like, how is this gonna work? You're literally splitting up 2 people. I'm gonna be alone in Mexico if you guys let me out. And then I'm like, and they're like, well, we're not gonna let you out because you're a minor. And then in Mexico, you can't be by yourself in Mexico. So that's what they said. And I was like, that's stupid as hell because in Ohio, you'd be 13 and you could be alone. So that's stupid. And so that's what I told them. And they didn't understand me.
How long have you and Jonathan been dating?
We started dating like a couple months ago.
Okay. You like him? How'd you guys meet?
We met because I was at a disorder residential called Bombshell program.
You were at what?
I was at an eating disorder program, the Emily's program, and I basically, I guess, ran away from there, but I broke out because they were very abusive there, and I ended up running into him, and so that happened. I gave him my phone number, and that was it. And then I turned myself into the police, and then
Because you had run away?
yeah,
Okay.
and then ever since that, we just been talking to each other, and yeah.
Okay. You said you ran into him. Where'd you run into him at? Like at the store?
Yeah, the store.
The store. What kind of store?
I think it was like a Home Depot.
Okay.
It was like some like, I don't know what it was.
Yeah. And you said his name is Jonathan. Do you call him Jonathan or do you call him something else?
I call him John.
Jonathan. Okay. Where's he from?
Sylvania, Ohio.
Sylvania, Ohio. Where are you from?
I'm, I'm from Ohio. Now, this is where it gets complicated because I'm from Akron, Ohio. My caseworker's in Canton, Ohio, but I live in Akron, Ohio.
So how far apart is Canton and Akron? How far apart?
35 minutes.
35 minutes. Are they like the same county or different counties?
Different counties.
Okay. But you're a caseworker for like being in foster care?
Yeah, but I don't know if she's my caseworker no more because I stopped after going to court and stuff like that. I haven't seen her.
Okay. When did you go to court?
Like right after getting out of the hospital.
Back in. When did you get out? So you went in February.
I got out I went in February and I got out. I don't know if it's the month after February.
March and April. And now we're in May.
I think March I got out.
March.
Yeah, like the ending of March.
Okay. Did you meet Jonathan before or after your car accident?
Before.
Before. Okay.
Yeah.
Was he like supportive through all that?
Yes.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about Jonathan?
I like that he's caring and understanding, and I feel like nobody is like him at all.
Yeah.
Like I have never met somebody like him before.
What does he do to show you that he cares?
Like that he cares. He's always making sure that I eat and stuff, and we also had a cat or whatever, so he was always making sure the cat was okay and stuff, and he was always making sure his mom was okay too.
His mom?
Yes.
What's his mom's name?
Nikki.
Nikki?
Yes.
Okay. Why was he like making sure that she was okay?
Why did he like making sure she was okay?
Yeah.
Because she also had an eating disorder.
She did?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And she's doing okay?
Mhm.
Nikki. Okay.
Wow, jeez.
Okay.
I missed part of that. Like,
We just talked about her boyfriend Jonathan. She met him before the car accident.
Mhm.
He's really caring. He always likes to take care of their cat that they have. They have a cat.
he's got a cat.
And his mom, Nikki, she hasn't been before, but she seems to be doing okay right now.
Okay. What kind of cat?
What kind of cat?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What's it look like?
It was like gray, white, and black.
What's its name?
It was Simba.
Simba.
Oh, that's cute.
That's awesome.
You said was? Is it still around?
It got lost at the Mexican police station.
It was in your car?
Yeah, we were basically living in a work car.
You took the cat with you from Ohio to Mexico? Or you found it in Mexico?
I think we found it in Mexico.
Okay. I thought you would have had it for like a long time. I was like, oh my gosh.
Was it a kitten or
It was 1 year old.
1 year old?
Mhm.
I love cats. So, like I said, I have 3.
Yeah.
I have more if I
He
could.
was very bougie.
So you mean like was he fluffy?
No, like he whenever, like he always wanted attention and stuff, and what you would call it. I put on like this thing that I got him, like this outfit, and he wore it for a minute and was like being all cute and stuff, and like putting his head out and like looking like he was posing, and then like a few minutes later afterwards he like tore it off.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, wow.
It sounds like, what's that cat from Shrek, Puss in Boots?
Oh,
With the little sombrero. I wish I could dress mine up, but basically, like, one of my cats is Satan, so I would get attacked. My entire face would be just clawed off. She's pretty nasty, but I still love her.
Are we almost done here?
Yeah, no, just honestly, I just have like a couple more questions for you. I know that you said that that you were traveling with someone. Who were you traveling with?
The person, he
The
ended up
person.
having to go to jail because they found marijuana in the car, even though Border Patrol let us go with it or whatever.
That's just Jonathon, right?
Yeah, Jonathon
Jonathon,
Jones.
okay.
Jonathan Jones. And I was with him and they took him and then they said sometime in Mexico, apparently you can't be alone in Mexico if you're a child. And I was like, well, I'm about to be 18 and I'm literally in Ohio, USA. When I was 13, that's when I was allowed to go off on my own. So
Yeah, well, and then I think also the fact that you didn't have a visa to enter is also what an issue was for them.
right.
Yeah, so, okay, so John, because you keep saying that the person, so I
Sorry, I'm
No,
Well, you
apologize.
asked, you said somebody you were with us as the person,
Okay,
but
but
you know Jonathan
You don't
Jones.
have to apologize. I'm just trying to understand. And I of course don't want to put any words in your mouth, right? Okay, so Jonathan, and I think you mentioned before that's your boyfriend.
Mhm.
Okay, how did you meet him?
I met him before the car accident and I met him at a store, and that was whenever I broke out of the MS program, which was an abusive eating disorder program. And whenever I was at the store, I gave him my number and I left. And then like a few days after that, after living out on the streets, I turned myself in and I stayed in contact with him ever since. And he's just been a caring person, so I ended up dating him because I'm about to be 18.
Okay.
But we haven't done anything sexual because I already know the rules of that.
Just sounds like he was a friend, right?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
But he treated you very well.
That's what I mean. Like he treated you very well.
Yeah, he made sure I ate, made sure the cat was eating. Whenever we did get the cat, he always checks up on his mom. He's just very caring.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's good, right? Because obviously I had to step out, but it sounds like already like that you've been through a lot, right? So you have someone to care for you. And I think that's fantastic. So he's still stuck in Mexico.
Yeah, he gets out, I think, tomorrow. They said he has to stay in jail for 2 days because of the weed.
Okay.
And then
How much was it?
What?
How much was it?
It was literally just gummies. I don't know how much that would be.
Okay, so he's being held just for gummies.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember, I mean, I haven't been to Mexico in, 20 years, but do you remember there was a basketball player that got held in prison in Russia for months
The girl.
for having a vape pen that had THC in it? So I'm not surprised. Foreign countries have their own rules.
Right.
Yeah, there's another one because I have my own bottle.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're hydrated. I know it's hot here in Mexico.
Okay, so when did you meet him? I know that you said you met him in a store. When would you say
I met
that
him
was?
at a store after running away from the Emily's program. Like, I bolted through the Emily's program because of how abusive they were. And I was walking up the streets and I walked through stores and stuff, and that's when I saw him. And I gave him my number.
Okay.
You said it was before your car accident? in
Yeah,
February?
before February the 22nd.
Do you know how much before that, or
What?
do you know how much before that?
No, I just know it's before that because I ended up getting in that car accident and, the, just like not being able to like process stuff and talk. So I didn't call him or anything. And then whenever I got out of the hospital, I called him and was like, yeah, I'm doing good. It's just I was in a car accident and yeah.
Okay.
And so you've been boyfriend and girlfriend ever since you met him?
See, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I do the same thing. I've been living here for almost 10 years, so, but my Spanish is still pretty garbage. But I answer C all the time.
I think I'm gonna start saying C from now on because that's all I could say is literally C and M.
Yeah.
And gracias.
Yeah. You're not too far off from where my Spanish is, and like I said, I've been here for a while. So okay. And so where were you guys when the Mexican authorities picked you up?
Villa Hamada.
Okay. Via Amada?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you by any chance have quesadillas when you were there?
He did, and he said it was amazing.
Okay. I've always heard that they have the best quesadillas in Via Amada is because some cheese that they use. So do you by any chance know kind of what a dangerous area you were in?
No, I mean I did see the militara and the police drive by and stuff, but they were driving around so frequently, I didn't think anything was gonna happen, and I know how to defend myself because I grew up in the hood of Ohio, so I know how to fight for myself, and I've been in fights with girls my age. That's the reason why I don't become friends with people my age because it's just no, I don't understand them.
Right. So I get it, and I have no doubt that you can defend yourself, but. I'm assuming, do you recall driving through Juarez, a town called Juarez?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you stay in,
I don't think so. I just remember driving through it because I have a video of it on my phone. Not a video, I have a picture of it with the name on it.
Okay. I'm just asking because, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Ciudad Juarez is the name of the town, is one of the most dangerous cities in the entire world. Very deadly. And then Villa Amada is also a pretty dangerous area. It's what we call cartel country. So a little bit different, right? Than just getting in a fight at school. I mean, these are people that behead, and so that's another reason that we want to talk to you is because we want to make sure that you're okay. I mean, obviously I see that you're okay, but from two people from Michigan, are you from Michigan?
No, from Ohio.
Ohio, excuse me. Two people from Ohio, coming through, bless you, and then I'll call it what it is, right? But you're white. The individual that you're traveling with, is he white?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know, it's gringos and
gringos, right? And it's it is a target for you guys, especially down there. They see money, right? How much can we get paid off? So were you guys driving a vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were driving his mom's because the mom gave us permission to drive it and stuff. And
that's Nikki, right?
Yes.
Okay, Nikki. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Keep reasoning.
So we were we used her car because she gave Jonathon permission. And that was it. We used most of the money he saved up or whatever to, get there to Mexico. And we had a good experience. We ate Mexican food. We stayed here and there. It was a good experience. But like I said, I thought we were good for the most part because I seen a lot of military and policia.
Yeah. What kind of car was it? Is it?
It was a white SUV.
Is it new or old?
I think old.
Old. So was it junky or in good shape?
In between of junky and good shape.
Okay. I just asked because normally if it's a car that's in decent shape, that's also a target too. Did you guys change license plates or anything, or so is the tag still Ohio? Okay. Honestly, I think that you guys are pretty lucky. Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever get stopped by the Mexicans other than when they picked you up? Did they stop you?
So we sold jewelry, we sold a phone, and that was it. But that went okay. We did get stopped by the police like once before we got arrested, and they wanted to check out the phone, so we handed it to them and stuff and let them check it out. And then they were like, no, because it has no Wi-Fi. I mean, it only is Wi-Fi only, so they didn't want it. It was the one that I had right now. So they handed it back to us, and then, yeah.
What kind of phone did you sell?
I don't know, I don't remember. It was just like a very bad, cheap, like market phone that, like, because I had like phones from when I was younger, so I just sold that one.
Was it an Android or an iPhone?
It was an Android.
An Android. How much money did you get for it?
How much were we selling for it? I think like 800 peso. I don't know how you say it.
I'm not exactly sure what the conversion is right now, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And what about the jewelry?
Nothing. I don't think anything sold of the jewelry. That's when we got stopped because we slept in the car. We woke up the next morning. We were about to go use the bathroom. That's when the police showed up.
Got it. So did you sell the phone to either the policia or the fiscalia, or was it just people on the streets?
We sold the phone to people on the streets.
Okay.
And then we used that money to get a room for the night to sleep in, and then we woke up and I am really bad at this. We got it to get food, and then we slept in the car. We woke up the next morning, and that's when the police showed up, and they were like, you know, how old are you? Where's your, you know, how old is he? What are you guys doing? I was like, we were literally about to go use the bathroom.
So you wouldn't say that you had to sell the things to bribe anyone, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because that's big in Mexico, right? So, and that's why I'm shocked, is because oftentimes, you know, a lot of U.S. citizens will go even here across the border to Juarez, and they'll get stopped for something as minor as maybe public intoxication, and it's like, do you want to go to a Mexican prison, or what do you have in your wallet? You know, so I just want to know if you guys needed to pay them off. How many nights did you guys sleep in the car?
We stayed in the car for most of the rest of it.
In Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
How long was that? Yeah.
We had been in Mexico for about a week.
A week? Do you remember what day you got there?
No. It's really bad with my brain injury to remember things, because I already have ADHD, so it's just another thing to add it on.
It's okay. And if you can't remember, just tell me that. I don't remember. Okay.
What kind of jewelry were you trying to sell?
Like old ancient jewelry that I had. Not like ancient, sorry. It was like old jewelry, like charm bracelet, rings, like, you know, the rings that girls are.
And you said it was that jewelry that you had?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And was it like real? Like real diamonds?
No, it isn't, because when I was younger, I already like sold a little bit to get like actual money from that.
Okay. Perfect.
We were doing like 200 pesos each for each item, because like I wasn't trying to scam anybody off of it, but I was also, you know, trying to make money off of it at the same time, and we made sure that the jewelry was clean.
Okay. Do you work? Do you have a job?
No.
No. Okay. What about Jonathon?
No, he does not either.
Okay. And
He gets what's it called though? He was in the military, so he gets what's it called?
disability?
Yes.
Okay. What branch was he in?
I do not know.
You don't know? I'm former military, so I just asked. Army, Marine Corps?
I think he was in Army.
Army. Okay. Do you know how long he was in for?
He said that he served his whole time. He even has like the papers from his discharge.
Okay. Probably at least 4 years. I think that's about what the minimum is.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Do you know what he did?
I know, I just know he told me there's a lot of trauma that comes with it and stuff, like waking up in the middle of your sleep, not being able to ever see people again after that. And, he told me that, like, the insurance is really bad that comes with it.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. So PTSD is a real thing.
Right.
I
I know it is.
Yeah.
I had abusive parents. That's how I ended up in the system, so I get that.
Got it. Okay.
So he doesn't work? Is he living on his own? Does he have roommates?
He was living with his mom to help around.
Living with his mom to help him out?
Yeah, his mom is like a cool type of mom. Like, she likes to play card games, go on walks, when we were trying to, take her to Mexico, she didn't want to come because she was talking about her Superman boyfriend. And I was like, she said that she was apparently dating Superman. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not going to stop you there. I think she's honestly getting to that age.
So she was gonna go to Mexico with you guys?
What?
She was gonna go with you guys?
No, she wasn't.
Oh.
She said that she was talking to her, Superman boyfriend and stuff, and that she had things to do, and I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, she's about to come to that age.
Are you referencing like Alzheimer's, like dementia?
Yeah, Alzheimer's and on the verge of losing her mind.
Got it.
So are you pretty close to Nikki?
I'm semi-decent. She doesn't like me just because of my age and everything, but, like, she's okay with us being together, obviously, but, like, she's like, I was once your age. She was like, I will treat you how, like, my mom treated me, and this and that. I was like, okay.
So, hang on, I'm very intrigued by Superman.
Yeah.
Did she actually think, in your opinion, did she
I
actually?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know anything. I just know that she told me she was dating Superman and that she had plans with him. That's all I knew.
Interesting. Okay. Did you ever meet her boyfriend? Okay.
She told me that her one husband, she knew on her, moved on, and she hopes he died, and that's it. That's all I know about that.
Is that Jonathan's dad?
No, Jonathan says he doesn't know who his dad is.
Oh, okay.
Does Jonathan have siblings or anything?
Mm-mm.
No, he's all child.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever live with them?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. How did she treat you?
She treated me well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm not asking to get into it because I don't care, unless you want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean that offensively. It sounds like you have some trauma from your parents.
Okay, yeah, I do not want to talk about that because I've already had to talk about that with children's services.
Nope, and we absolutely don't have to talk about that. I just want to make sure that this lady was treating you well.
She was treating me well.
Okay. How long did you live with her?
I didn't live with her. I just stayed there a few nights, a couple of times.
Okay.
That's why I live there. No, I stayed there a couple of times. Stayed the night.
Did she make you sleep in a separate room or did you sleep with Jonathan?
I slept with Jonathan.
Okay.
But we slept on both opposites of the bed because, like I said, I already know the rules immediately inside.
Hey, every state is different, by the way. So here in Texas, the age of consent, it must clearly be different than it is in Ohio. So the age of consent here in Texas, I think, is 16. Yeah. So
I mean, the age of consent in Ohio is 16, but still, you're not allowed to have any sexual intercourse or anything like that. You can kiss and stuff, and you can hold hands and stuff, but you can't be doing stuff.
that's not how it is here. So it's different here. And then even in Texas, for Texas state, 17 is considered an adult, not 18.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm not familiar with what Ohio's laws are. So and I don't care. I care about what Texas is.
Right.
So if you guys stayed in the room, I don't care.
Does Nikki know that Jonathan's in jail in Mexico?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him since he got taken away, so I don't know if he called her or the police called or what happened with that. I do not know.
Did she know you guys were going to Mexico?
Yeah, like I said, we offered her to come with us.
Right. Okay.
When was the last time then that you talked to her? Because I'm sure
Well,
she
his phone lost signal because of Mexico. So then mine was the only one working, but then mine kept glitching out. So we didn't really have working phones in Mexico.
probably because you were hooked up to the Mexican network.
So
before you got to Mexico, when's the last time you talked to her?
What?
When did you last talk to Nikki before?
I think it was like right when we like went to Arizona, it's like when we talked to her. But I don't know when that was. I just know it was like right before we got to Mexico. We talked to her as we were making our way out to Mexico or whatever. But then she was talking about like she's busy and she doesn't want to talk, go on a walk. Like I said, she's a busy person. Like I'm not gonna keep an old woman. I'm not trying to get yelled at by somebody. So we just kept traveling and stuff, and we were like, maybe she just is doing her own thing. Let's like not bother her.
Got
So
it.
that's how that went.
Okay. When did you guys leave then Ohio?
I do not know that either.
You don't know? And a guesstimate?
I don't know an estimate either. I just know that we entered Mexico a week ago and that we went through some states along the way.
Okay.
I don't remember the states. I know one of them was Arizona. I know that we were in Texas at some point, and I know that we went to Mexico. That's all I know. I can't give you the exact dates because my brain doesn't let me process that because I have a brain injury.
That's fine. That's what you said. Did you guys sleep in the car or did you stay in hotels?
We slept in the car.
Okay. Were you guys at least in rest stops or?
Yeah, rest stops.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you said you slept in the car the whole way?
Jeez. Because I'm just trying to think of where Ohio is versus where Texas is in Arizona.
So I'm very far away.
Yeah, were you guys trying to go?
What?
I know you guys went to Colorado.
What?
I know you guys went to Colorado.
Yeah.
So like Ohio is over here. Do you kind of remember which way you went? Do you want to draw?
No, I don't want to draw it because there's no point in drawing it. I don't think you guys really need to know that. I think you just need to know what's going to happen in Mexico because, like you guys said, you want to know if something bad happened to me there. And I'm not trying to give more than I should be having to give. So we went through this way.
Okay, so like, kind of like in a U sort of?
Mhm.
Okay. How long are you guys on the road for?
For a while. Are we almost done with questioning?
It's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like we already talked about what happened in Mexico. I feel like I went over everything there is to need to know about if there was to be something, and I am ready to get back to America. So.
I got that, and obviously I can tell that you're getting like a little bit upset, you know?
I am because I'm not, like I'm literally in whatever this is, there's jail cells by there, I'm sitting on this metal thing, I could literally, be out and about.
Right, so, so I can clarify, it's because you're at what's called the port of entry. You're at a port of entry, right? So.
And you guys said that you wanted to know what happened in Mexico and stuff and make sure that I'm not doing anything illegal, and that's the reason why I gave you my password.
Correct, and so you're 17, right?
Correct.
And so, you're still a minor, right?
Well, we're in Texas, so I'm legal here.
You are legal here, but out of Ohio, you're still a minor. And so we just wanted to make sure that when en route, that you're okay.
And I am okay.
Okay.
And we also wanted to make sure, with Jonathon, that I know you said nothing happened, but like we wanted to make sure from Ohio to Mexico to hear that you were safe, that nothing happened along the way either with him or with someone else.
Nothing did happen along the way. He kept me safe throughout most of the way.
And hey, look, there's a complete difference, right, between something that's consensual and non-consensual.
Right.
That's what we're trying to
Consensual means
establish.
that you want it and you allow it, and non-consensual means you don't want it and you don't allow it.
Absolutely.
I know
Absolutely.
the differences.
So, right, and then the thing is that there was a notification that came in as well that you had been abducted. Okay?
Okay, well, I was never abducted, so
Okay.
I need to talk to whoever said that.
Okay.
Why would they have said that?
I don't know because I told my caseworker I was going with him, so that's a misfollowed part on her behalf.
Right. And so, once again, that's
I know, like, whenever I was, reading the newspapers after the Mexican police that they said, oh, fugitive is to believed to be with runaway and da-da-da, and I been posting off my Facebook account. I talked to my local police. I even have the phone records in my phone. I talked to my local police. They said that they never had me as missing. I said, why didn't they put it out that I went missing this long ago? If I did go missing, I said, I'm not with a fugitive. I'm not abducted, I'm not missing, I'm not kidnapped, I'm about to be 18, I'm literally, what's it called in Ohio is emancipated because I was living in an independent living house. I was allowed to do whatever I wanted to do
Okay.
because that's what they wanted me to do until I turned 18 so that they didn't have to do more paperwork.
Right.
So that's what I put on my Facebook, so I don't understand why that still is on.
Was Jonathan in trouble for something? Is that what they were saying he was a fugitive?
I don't know why they said he was a fugitive. I know that as soon as we got to the police and we told them everything, they understood and they just said that he was going to be in jail for 2 days.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, and hey, look, it is our job, right, just to make sure
No, I don't want
that you're safe,
to.
okay?
I'm going to say
So when we get notified by Mexican authorities as well as U.S. authorities that there's a child, right, that has been, because even in Mexico you're still considered a child.
Right.
Texas is different. It just so happens that you pass through Texas, right?
Right.
So let's put what Texas state law is out of the way, right? So we get notified that we have a child that's in Mexico and that's being deported back. We need to make sure that you're okay.
I know,
So-
but once again, like I said, I am okay. I feel like
Right.
we keep revisiting the question, is she okay? What are the signs that she's not okay? And I'm showing you that I am okay,
Okay.
and I'm saying I am okay, so
Okay.
you need to take my word for it.
I am taking your word for it because now we're face to face, right? But what up until an hour ago we were not face to face, and we had been notified that you were listed as a kidnapped child, right?
Okay, well, I will talk to whoever I have to talk to about that because I was not kidnapped. My caseworker knew that. I left voluntarily. So.
Who's your caseworker so we can talk to them?
Her name is Rachel. I don't know her last name.
Okay.
Okay. You told me where's she at in Ohio?
She's in Stark County.
Stark County. And she works for like CPS or whatever up there? Okay. And Rachel. You don't know her last name.
Mm-mm.
When was the last time you talked to Rachel?
I talked to her before I literally got into Mexico.
And told her where you were at?
Mm-hmm.
How did you talk to her?
I talked to her on my phone. Like I said, I have my phones. They stopped working though as soon as I got into Mexico.
My phone stops working and I'll pass it all the time. What did Rachel say when you talked to her?
She just said basically to stop, stop worrying that I'm going to be 18 soon and that, she basically has my back, that I don't do anything stupid. She said that, she's fine with me smoking weed and smoking nicotine. She just said that if I do get caught, then I do get caught. She said that it's going to be on my behalf, but she's not going to try to stop me and that I'm doing perfectly fine. And she said she was also asking me about if I wanted to be in programs for independent living. I said no, I just wanted to turn 18 and be off on my own.
Okay. So you trust Rachel?
No, I don't.
No.
I mean, I trust her, but I don't like her.
Is there anyone that you have in your life besides Jonathan that you do trust?
I mean, no, not really.
Any friends, any people you've come in contact with, whether like, I don't know, you had your car accident, I don't know if there was like a big support group for you or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, there was one person at, what's it called? I don't know. I don't remember. I can't think right now. And I'm kind of getting irritated because this took longer than I imagined. The people that I came with, they told me that I was just going to be dropped off and that, I could make it my way to Ohio myself. And then this happened. So I felt like I was lied by the authorities of that. And so I feel like my time is being wasted because obviously I'm okay. I'm not kidnapped. I'm perfectly fine. I don't see anything that would show any signs of kidnapping. I had my phone, so if I needed help, I would have contacted help or I could have yelled fire or help. So I think that this is just a big discommunication with the whole world. So I'm ready to leave. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. So we do have some more questions. Tell me about this Facebook message that you sent. It talks about 2 murders and some arsons.
This is when my ex hacked into my account. I can write you his name down here.
It's a turn of thing.
This is the one that keeps texting me, and this is back from when I lived with him. He's he hacked my account. He works like on the dark web and stuff.
What do you mean he works on the dark web?
Like he works on the dark web. Like, you know, he hacks for people.
So when we hear dark web, we think like child porn.
Okay, dark web, deep web means hacking in to find someone's IP address, location, find, you know, their account information, you know, posts that haven't been posted, like stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So do you have his number? Do you know his number?
No, I don't have his number. I just know that's his name.
Okay. Why would he have done that? Like, why is he so pissed off?
Because, like I said, the authorities are on his ass right now because back when I was 14, when the FBI got hold back then, because they thought the same thing that I was, you know, sex trafficked, even though I wasn't, it's when I ran away to go be with him, and I did sexual stuff back then. That's the reason why I know not to do it right now because I'm not 18 yet. But I did it with him, and so the police got involved and stuff, so ever since, you know, they put him on probation and stuff and told them that they were going to be keeping a close eye on him, every time that, you know, something's up with me, you know, he would be the one to be like, oh, I know everything, I know where she could be at. Because, like, when's the last time I ran away? When I was 15, I ran away. That's the last time I ran away. But, like, before that, whenever I was running away or whatever, he would be the one to try to find me, you know, this and that. But ever since I got with Jonathon, that has been a big thing towards him. And he doesn't like that. So he's been, and I actually have, you know, proof, like, within, like, the whatever, he knows how to hack into social media and get IP addresses and stuff like that and, you know, be able to log into my social media. And that's also another reason why I try not to use that social media account.
Okay.
I don't.
Who did he send this to?
I don't know.
Did you know about this before I showed it to you?
What?
Did you know about this before I showed it to you?
No, I didn't. I was really surprised by that. I know that photo because I took that or whatever because I like doing photography or whatever. And then I think this photo right here is when I went to go get my nails done. But I don't know about this message right here that says I killed 2 people and 2
When
persons.
those photos have been taken?
I don't know the exact date. It might say it in my phone.
And so did Michael have these pictures for some reason?
He must have it because I don't understand how else he would have been able to got it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I understand what you're saying. You're not a victim. Okay. I understand that you want to be an adult, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to talk to you like an adult, and I'm going to talk to you face to face right now about the issue that we have with this. Okay. So it says you killed 2 people.
Okay, but like you understand, he has access to be able to hack it.
So let me finish.
Okay.
It says you killed 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't find Nikki. We don't know where she's at.
I didn't know she was missing.
And you guys had her car,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys had all of her credit cards.
I didn't know that he had her credit card.
So how do you think it makes us think when there's that and a missing woman?
I didn't know she went missing. That really missing. I used to think that, you know, we killed her, but I didn't know that she went missing. Damn. So who killed her?
Okay, we don't know. We don't know.
No, but I want to know who killed her because she was a nice mom.
Okay, so I'm saying we know she's hasn't been seen for a while, and this says we killed 2 people. We don't know that she's dead.
Okay, but you're putting that on me when I thought that she was doing perfectly fine and everything. And I told you I didn't send those messages. He's been able to hack to my account.
So what we're trying to figure out is what happened and where she could be.
I don't know where else she
And if Jonathon is somehow associated with her going missing, or worse than that, her being dead.
He wouldn't do that. He cared about her. He made sure that me and her ate. Like, he made meals for us and was trying to get his mom to eat and stuff. Like, she wouldn't eat just because, like, her dentures would always, you know, be in her mouth, and she didn't, like, she felt uncomfortable eating like that in front of people. But, you know, he kept telling her, you know, it's okay to eat like that. Like, you know, my girlfriend's okay with you. Like, she has to eat it for herself. Like, Mom, come play cards with us. Mom, come do this. Like, you know, we want you to be a part of this.
How old is her mom?
I don't know that.
Is she like 50 or is she like 80?
I don't know.
Older?
I really don't know.
Okay. So like you have to understand our concern now, because up until this point we didn't know about this Michael Smith.
Right.
We didn't know that anybody else would have
Well,
seen these messages.
he told me that the USA Marshals were looking for me. He was the one that told me that I was about to be going to jail or whatever, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Mhm.
He's the one that's been texting me. That Michael Smith right there, the one that probably did do this, because I don't know where the fuck that's at, because that's obviously not on my phone. I have never seen that in my messages. The only person I've messaged so far on my Facebook Messenger has been people that been talking about the news post or whatever, and I told them like I'm not missing, I'm okay, I'm doing perfectly fine. And then I was seeing if my parents reach out to me. No one of those have. You'll see that when you open my phone, like literally, there's nothing there.
Were you hoping that your parents had reached out?
No, I was just trying to see if my parents reach out because of the post, because back when I was younger, they put out posts and then they stopped posting stuff because they gave up on it. They were like, she's just gonna run away, like let her be. So then I was like, okay, like at least, they understand I'm not gonna be in it at all. But I was just making sure they know that, like I'm not kidnapped or whatever. I was like, no, I'm literally with my boyfriend. I am doing perfectly fine to everybody that had kept messaging me.
Okay. So tell us about the gun that Jonathon had. When you
The gun?
Mhm.
I know the gun that he had or whatever that might be related to when he got arrested, the police took that. So,
When did he get arrested? Oh,
like
the police
way
in
back.
Mexico took it?
No,
Oh,
it was like way back. Yeah, he got arrested in Wood County. I also got arrested. I went to juvenile jail, got out the next day, but he stayed there for a while. But they took his weed and stuff and his gun. That's what I know what happened with that gun. I don't know anything else.
Did you ever see a gun or?
No, I did not.
Okay. So Jonathon took a gun to a pawn shop here in El Paso and told the people that his mom was dead.
He did.
Sure did. So, Kaitlyn, we want to help you,
Right?
and we recognize that you're squinting and that you have a lot of life left, and we want to do what we can to help you.
Right.
And I mean that sincerely. I'm not being a
He
cop.
really did that?
Yes.
He went to
Went to a pawn shop here in El Paso, gave him the gun, and said his mom's dead. So I want to give you a chance to talk.
What do you mean to talk?
Tell us why you would have done that.
Why he would have done that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he probably would have. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know what?
Like, I don't know anything. Like, I didn't know he did that. I didn't know there was a gun. I didn't know his mom was dead. Like, I don't know what you guys want me to say.
We just want the truth.
We want to help. That's all. We just want to help you.
So if she's dead, did you guys find the body?
Kaitlyn, tell us what happened.
No, I'm being serious. I don't know what happened. That's the reason why I'm asking. Did you guys find her body?
That's why we need your help. Because you just told me that this woman was such a sweet lady that opened her doors to you. And I think she deserves to be remembered properly, right?
I didn't know she was dead, so I don't know where the body's at. And I didn't know that she was dead. Like, literally when we left the house and everything, she was fine. Like, she was literally laying in bed on her phone. So, this is all news to me.
Look at it from our point of view, okay? We have, how old is Jonathan?
33.
Okay, so we have a 33-year-old and a 17-year-old who's been abducted from Ohio. And now this sweet old lady is missing. And your boyfriend hands off a gun and says, my mom's dead. And you guys are fleeing to Mexico.
She's not missing though.
Where is she?
I don't know.
What do you mean she's not missing? How do you know that?
She can't be dead.
How, why?
Because she was fine when we left.
So, people die suddenly all the time. People get murdered all the time.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything.
Like we said, we want to help you because you know what? When we do talk to Jonathan, and if he sits here and says, "Yeah, we killed her. It was all Kaitlyn," we don't have anything to say. Nope, it wasn't. And like I said, you have a lot of life to live. And you've had a life, but it doesn't have to keep being a life.
I don't know.
Kaitlyn, we have, not only do we have the pawn shop owner's statement, we have the gun now, and then we also have video surveillance putting you guys at the pawn shop.
I know we went to the pawn shop or whatever, but I didn't know that about the gun. I knew that was he wanted to pawn something to get money to be able to go into Mexico. That's all I knew because they said that there's border where you have to pay to get in.
Right. We also have another pawn shop where I'm sure that you know other items were pawned off at that one too. And Hannah's right. So when we talk to him and he's gonna try to point the finger at you, we're trying to help you. There's a difference between being 17 and being 33.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I get that, but I just don't know.
I think you do know.
Well, it's a matter of fact of, put it all on him even though it's not all on him, or go to jail.
So it doesn't have to be one or the other. Okay? Our job is to present the truth and to find the truth. And that's what we want, is we just want the truth. And we want to give you an opportunity to tell your story before he tells it for you.
It was all it was all me.
Tell us that.
I told him that I gave him 5 hours. I ran away from an independent living house and I told him he had 5 hours, to kill her, and he told me that he couldn't do it because that was his mom. And so he wouldn't do it. So I strangled her out and I took a rock and banged her head a whole bunch of times. And then I told him about it and he was shocked. So then I let him give him a moment. He threw up we went to go get cleaning supplies that I cashed out and stuff, and then we cleaned up the body, cleaned up everything in the house. We disposed her body in a trash dumpster, and he couldn't do it, so I, was the one that put the body in the trash. And then after that, we took his ankle thing off, and then we went on a run. And most of the way, he was really struggling with it because it was his mom, and he needed marijuana, and that's the reason why, there was marijuana gummies in the car when we tried to get into Mexico.
Why did you want to kill her?
Because she didn't let us be together.
And you loved him. It took a lot of courage for you to tell us that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also killed another person in Arizona in a drive-by. I don't know who it was. Also committed 2 arsons in Arizona in the middle of nowhere. Don't know what that was either.
Okay.
Let's start with the drive-by. What happened?
I, loaded the gun and stuff and shot the person, and I left real fast, and then after that I washed off the residue of the gunpowder.
Where were you in Arizona?
I know I was in Phoenix. There's Tucson that we were also in, and I don't know the other one.
Do you know where the drive-by happened at?
I think Tucson.
Tucson. Are you certain that they're deceased?
I don't know what happened. I just remember pulling out the gun out of the window and shooting.
Was it a male, woman, old, young?
I think it was a woman.
Woman. Do you remember how old she looked?
She looked old and she had glasses, and she was by a bus stop.
Okay. Did you see her fall to the ground? No? Are you sure that it hit her?
I was so quick to get out of there
Okay.
because of the loud shot.
Were you in the car? Where in the car were you?
I was in the driver's seat.
You were in the driver's seat.
So,
Okay. Is there a reason, that precipitated it, that made you do it?
I don't know. I was like, well, I killed someone, so I might as well kill another.
Okay. And what did Jonathon say?
He just told me that he has a bad feeling that it was all going to catch up, and that, he can't believe he killed his mom, and that he misses his mom, and, basically that he wished he didn't do it.
Did he kill his mom, or did you kill
I killed her, but he, he kind of helped with the body in the trash can, but then after him dropping the feet, I told him, let me do it, you can't do this.
Okay. When was this in Arizona? When did this happen?
I don't know.
Was it more than a week or under a week?
Under a week.
Under a week. Okay. And then you guys, was it daylight out or was it dark out?
Daylight, it was in the morning.
It was in the morning. Okay. And then you guys just took off. Okay. Did you get stopped for speeding or?
It was all me. The only time that we got stopped was when we were in Arizona and we tried to cross the border, and that's when Border Patrol checked everything, and we're wondering why we were trying to illegally get into the Mexico border.
So you were trying to cross in from Arizona to
Yeah.
Mexico? Okay.
Did the drive-by happen before or after you got pulled over?
Before.
What about the arsons?
Before.
And so tell us about the arsons. What do you mean by that?
Arson is, I lit a flammable spray or whatever. I lit it up with a torch and threw it out the window, and it blew up in the grass. And then I also took a pair of my socks and I drenched them into stuff, and I threw it out.
Okay.
Did it hit somebody's property, or was it like a field or a
House. I think it was public property.
Okay. So not like a building, it was just open fields. Was it on the side of the road? Where was it?
One was by a movie theater,
Okay.
and then the other, I don't know where the other one was at.
What was the flammable thing that you used? Do you remember?
It was stuff you use for a cookout.
Like a spray.
Like gas, lighter fluid. Okay. What made you do that? Okay, and that's okay. What was that also in Arizona?
Yes.
It was. Okay. Was that before or after the drive-by?
After.
After.
Because after the drive-by and then arson, I was gonna go and kill another person.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
How did you feel after you killed his mom?
I got very high and I was tripping really badly. I was like, oh, that really just happened. Like, I really just killed your mom. And he was like, yeah, you did. And he started crying. And then I was like, I'm sorry. And then, I had to toughen it up because then that was when I went to go hide the body.
What did you get high on?
Marijuana.
Just marijuana? Did you drink at all? Okay. But you put her body in a dumpster, right? And so
Was it in a dumpster or was it like a trash
It was
can?
by a neighborhood in Sylvania.
a neighborhood in Sylvania,
That's where, is that where she lived?
was it like one of those big dumpsters like outside of a store, or was it like a garbage can?
A big dumpster.
Okay. Was it outside of a store?
No, it was outside of the neighborhood houses, like apartments, I think.
So it was an apartment dumpster?
Yeah, and then I threw away all the evidence in big double trash bags, and they took the trash.
Okay. In the same dumpster though?
No, and her dumpster, I did that.
Okay.
And the next day, the trash people came and took all the evidence.
Okay. So I just want to take it one step at a time. So her body was put into a big dumpster outside of an apartment complex. Okay. Was she wearing clothes?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you recall what she was wearing?
No, I just remember like wrapping her up in saran wrap and the black big things that you can put over things.
Tarps.
Yes.
Okay. So saran wrap and tarps. Did you use any kind of tape to like tape it up? Okay. So then you put her body. Jonathon had to have helped you.
No, he did not. I got her all the way in, halfway, and then I was like, I need help, and then he couldn't do it, so I had to push her feet in. But it was all me.
Okay.
The only part he helped in any of what happened is driving to Mexico, because he said that, to be able to get in Mexico, it needs to be an adult driving. And then besides that, though, he didn't help with anything else.
Okay.
Was the dumpster close to her house?
I think so, yes.
Did she live in an apartment?
No, she lives in a village community. I don't know, like a gated community of houses.
Okay. Okay. So in a
I can give you the address of her house.
that would be great.
Toledo, Ohio. So I think they live in Toledo. I don't know, it's like right on the thing of Toledo, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Thank you for giving me that.
So how did you get her body from the house to the dumpster?
We took her car
To her car. Okay. Where did you put the body?
in the back seat,
In the back seat. So I'm not familiar with the car.
in the trunk.
In the trunk. Okay, so in the very back. Okay. Did you wrap her with saran wrap first and then the tarp, or the tarp and then saran wrap?
Saran wrap and then the tarp.
Okay. Do you remember the color of the dumpster that you put her in?
A black one, I think.
It was black. Okay. Okay. And then you went back, and then because I don't want to put words in your mouth, is that when you guys cleaned up the?
It's when I cleaned it up by the stuff that I bought or whatever, by using her identity and her money. I bought a scrub thing, a mop, and I cleaned up all the blood. I threw away the blood clots and stuff like that. I made sure the trash cans were double wrapped, and then I made sure to get it into the dumpsters for tomorrow.
Where did you get all the cleaning supplies from?
I think Walmart.
Walmart? Is it like a local Walmart? Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. How far is the Walmart from her house?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. And then you said you double wrapped all of that and then put it in her trash. And then the trash came out, was picked up the next day? Okay. What about, did you keep her in the same clothes? Okay, do you recall what she was wearing? No? Okay. And so now you said that you strangled her. How did you do that? Okay, where was she when that happened?
She was trying to get something out of the fridge and I flipped her over and started doing it, and then I took the rock that I had right on the floor and I started throwing it at her head.
Is that what the scratches are on your arm?
I don't know what these are.
No. Remember, like if you lift up your sleeve, the other one, are they from her?
No.
No?
Oh, these are self-harm marks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she fight at all?
Yeah.
What?
Did she fight at all?
She was very in shock, so she didn't fight. Like the only thing I remember is the hackling with blood filled up in her mouth.
Was that after she was hit with the rock that happened?
Yeah, and then there was blood clots that started coming out of her.
Out of where?
I think it came out of her mouth. They were really big.
Okay. How long did you say that you strangled her for before you hit her with the rock?
I did it for 5 minutes, hit her with the rock, and then I kept strangling her. And then after that, after strangling her for a good at least 10 minutes, I started banging really hard with the rock again.
Okay. So after the first 5 minutes of strangling her, do you think that she had passed away at that point, or?
I think it's whenever I stopped strangling her and put down the rock that she finally was out.
Okay.
Did that happen in the morning or the night?
It happened in the morning, and then the body was disposed of that night.
Okay. Do you remember when that was?
No.
No. Do you have was it in, because we're in May right now, so was it in April or was it in May?
What you said, word what?
Did it happen in April, the end of April maybe, or did it happen in early May?
End of April.
End of April, okay. And this was because she didn't want you guys to be together?
Yeah, and I think she honestly was really obsessed over him because whenever we were talking to her, about us and stuff, and she was like, well, if you guys have sex, I'm going to be perfectly fine with it and stuff like that. And we were like, well, in the future, we're not going to ask you to have sex. That's weird. That's something we would talk out ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. And, she was just always all over her son. Always handsy with him and stuff like that, and being really flirt-like, if that makes sense.
Inappropriate?
Yes.
Okay, so not like an only son and mom relationship.
A very inappropriate relationship.
Okay.
Do you know if they ever were sexually involved?
I don't think they were, because when I was talking to Jonathon about my suspicions, he was like, yeah, I kind of feel that way too, because, my mom would always get angry at me for certain things, and, I would tell her, why are you getting angry at me for this? And he was like, I don't understand it. And then he was also talking about how he's seen some of the stuff too, and he made him feel uncomfortable. And then that's when I told him, I was like, you see why I killed your mom? Do you understand? Because she wouldn't let us be together. Nobody would let us be together. And it's kind of sad because it's obviously, it's obviously I want this, I want him, I don't care if he's old. I don't care if by the time I turn 18 he's about to be an old ass man. I don't. I love him. There's nobody like him, is what I was trying to explain to him. And then I even told him, this is the reason why I killed your mom, because she's being very inappropriate with you and she wouldn't let us be together. If only she would have let us be together, I don't think I would have ever become a murderer in my life.
I think it's very apparent how much you love him.
It's
very apparent how much you love him. I can see that. I can see in the way that you're talking about him.
Was he mad at you?
He was for a good while. He was chain smoking and didn't want me to be able to touch him or anything. He just wanted to do his own thing in the back of the car and the back seats, away from me.
Why didn't he call the cops on you?
I think the reason why he didn't call the cops is because when we got arrested back in Wood County, back in, I think it was October or whatever, Wood County's like a really bad county for charges, like the charges that he got. He got a charging for kidnapping and,
And that
stuff like
involved you?
what?
That involved you?
Yeah, and they wouldn't let me testify or say anything because of my age. And I kept telling them, like, I will tell them, what happened and that everything was good. Because they were trying to say that he sex trafficked me. And then they said that wasn't a thing. They said that, the reason why he got arrested is because we were selling pictures of myself and stuff like that. And then I told them, well, that's like, if I want to sell pictures of myself, then let me sell pictures of myself. Like, he's not forcing me to do it. All the pictures you probably see on my phone are probably one way. Like, I don't know what they want to hear. So, but they wouldn't let me testify. That's also another thing that made me really angry. So
he didn't call the cops?
he didn't call the cops because of the whole kidnapping thing and like that. And I think he probably thought that you guys were going to probably work it around to he kidnapped me, killed his mom, probably did a little bit game. I don't know. Like, he probably thought that's how it was going to end up, but that's not how it ended up at all.
Okay.
And whenever he got arrested, I told him I love him, and I already told him I was going to tell them the truth. If they ever found out about what happened, I was going to tell them. And he was like, okay. He was like, thank you. He was like, I don't think you understand how much it is when people think that I kidnapped you and done all this and da da da. And I was like, I understand, and they're not right to judge you on that or believe that you did that if they don't hear it from the both of us.
Right. And as Hannah and I have said, and that's why we appreciate you telling us the truth, right?
Right.
Because we only have speculation, right? And we're hearing one side of the story. So now we're getting your side of the story, which helps us, okay?
Right.
And by an extension, you're helping him, right? Because that is what you want. That's what you just told us, that you want to help him.
Right.
Right?
It says a lot about how much you love him.
Yeah, it really does.
So, was this you then? These messages?
Yeah, I don't know who it was to them.
Do you want to just initial him or something? Can you?
What?
Since you wrote his name on here and blamed him for it, can you? So you're saying this is you?
Mhm.
Do you remember who you sent it to?
I don't.
Did you send it to more than one person?
No. I know I told one other person that I killed somebody and stuff, and they were asking me if I could kill another person for them. That's how that went, and that they wanted to come to Mexico.
The phone that you sold in Mexico, was that Nicole's phone? No,
Her phone was left at the house.
her phone's left at the house.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of your old phones that you sold, or was it someone else's?
That was my old phone.
Okay. What about the jewelry that you guys pawned?
It was her jewelry that I found, and I gave it to him to pawn.
Okay. Alright. And
That's the one that you guys pawned elsewhere, or is it the one you were trying to sell in Mexico?
That's the one that we did in the pawn shop, and then that's what I also asked him if we could do that in Mexico, is to sell her jewelry. And he was like, do whatever you want. And I was like, okay, then I'm gonna sell it.
okay. Do you remember how much money you got for her jewelry?
$700.
$700. Okay. How about the gun? Do you remember?
I think it was like 80.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Do you know what kind of gun it was?
A pistol.
A pistol. Okay. Do you know what caliber of a pistol? Was it a 45, a 9, a 22, a 40?
I don't know.
That's okay. That's
What
okay.
color was it?
Black.
And what about the bullets? Was the gun already loaded, or did you load it? Did you have a box of ammunition?
I loaded it, or whatever, whenever I shot it at the drive-by, and then I made sure that the rifle stayed in the car, and then I got rid of the rifle, and then the bullets or whatever, I threw it at a random stop. I don't know where that was at. I just threw the bullets, and then that's when we ended up finding the gun and just to get rid of that.
Okay. Do you think that you threw them out in Arizona?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. How? And I understand that your memory is pretty shoddy sometimes, and that's okay. How long after the shooting would you say that maybe you threw it out the window?
The rifle?
Yeah,
Like an hour.
an hour. Okay. Were you still driving when? Because you threw it out the window, correct? Were you driving or was Jonathon driving?
I was driving and stuff.
Okay. And then, so you threw the brass out the window, and what about making sure I didn't mishear you? You said that there was other bullets that
Yeah, they were in a plastic bag that I threw out the window.
Was it at the same time or was it at a different time?
Different time.
Okay, how long would you say that was?
Like 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes after throwing the brass out? Okay. Okay, just on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember, was there any buildings or were you just kind of on interstate?
I'm interstate.
Interstate, okay. Do you remember the interstate that you were on or no? Okay. Okay. And so her phone was left in the house. You have 2 phones, correct? Okay, what about Jonathon? Does he have a phone? Or did the Mexicans take it?
I think the Mexicans took it.
Okay. Okay. So when you guys took her car, right, was she already deceased?
You mean dead?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dead. Yeah.
I don't know if she was dead or not.
How long after what happened?
After how long until I got into the car?
Did you put her body in the dumpster?
Well, first we gave it a good minute to wash off blood and stuff, and then we cleaned up around her. Well, I cleaned up around her because he didn't do anything because he just wanted to get off the blood because he was really, really upset about the fact that he killed his mom. So I was cleaning up the blood with a mop and stuff, and then I told him like we need to throw the rags or whatever into the washer or something to get rid of more of the evidence. And then I was like, you know what, we need to go to the store and get cleaning supplies. So I went for her wallet that she had on her, and it had all of her cards in it. I took that, and then I went, into her closet, started grabbing stuff out of there. I went through everything that she must have had, and then so after that, that's when I went into the bar.
Okay.
It was a good minute.
So when you guys took her car, she was already dead. Okay. So it's safe to say she did not give you permission to take her car.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So you just mentioned that he was really upset that he killed his mom.
I have a really bad brain injury. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I was just saying he was really upset that I killed his mom.
I just want to make sure that you're not taking 100% of the blame for something that he.
Well, that's the thing. I'm taking 100% of the blame because it is the truth. I did. I was the one that killed his mom. I was the one that did the shoot by or whatever. I was just, after killing her, I was like, fuck everybody else because they're always against me. And the reason why I killed her is because she literally wouldn't let us together. And she was so weird about him, and I did not like that. I didn't. And I remember when he was in jail and I was texting her, and she was like, well, I'll see about if you guys can get back together. We'll sit down and talk about it once you turn 18. And I was like, I'm not about to do that. I will literally show up and be with him no matter what.
So she was really trying to keep you guys apart?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you, you or Jonathon, you said that you had like her credit cards and stuff. Did you take money out of her bank account? Did you try?
I did. I took out, she had $30,000 in there, and I took out all of it.
Okay.
3 or 30?
3.
Three.
Where did you do that? Where did that happen?
At a whole bunch of different things of ATMs.
Okay. Was it all in Ohio or was it?
It was as we were passing through every state.
Okay.
And it was like a couple times for each state that I did it.
Okay. And then what did you use that money for?
Like toward cigarettes, food, and I think gas. Yeah.
Gas. Did you stay in a hotel? So you did stay in the car the whole time?
We didn't stay in the car that long because, I don't know where it was at. There was a couple of hotels that I did book online or whatever with her card.
Okay. With her credit card? Okay. And so you guys stayed there? Okay. Real quick, I just want to circle back. Jonathon was wearing an ankle monitor. What was that for?
He was on, he couldn't leave Ohio, but he was allowed to be in Ohio until his court hearing.
I see.
Like house arrest.
Yeah.
So when you guys put her in the dumpster, did he still have the ankle monitor?
I put her in the dumpster and
Excuse me, I'm sorry, you're right. That's what you said. So when you put her in the dumpster, but he was there, was his ankle monitor on?
yeah, I flipped it off like whenever we were on our way to head out to Mexico and I threw it out the window.
Okay. Still in Ohio. It was thrown out. Okay. Did it beep or anything?
I don't know what happened.
You just tossed it out? Okay.
How long had you been planning to kill Nikki?
I wasn't planning on killing her. It was honestly, whenever I ran away and was with him, he was like, my mom doesn't want you here, you're gonna have to hide yourself. And I was like, I'm not about to do that. Like, I love you, I wanna be with you, and I don't care, like, what she has to say about it. Like, I'll straight up, hit her, like, I don't care. And then, it was like a couple hours that he was gone for, that he was talking to his mom apparently. And I was like, well, you have 5 hours because I'm not about to pretend like I don't exist and that I can only talk to you and stuff. Like, I want us to be together. Like, I want to be with you. And then, not even 1 hour through it, he didn't do anything. So I went out there and I did it.
And where was he when it happened?
He was out in like the dining room, and then when it happened, he like ran out into the bedroom. And I think he was like in the pillows, like screaming for help. Like, not screaming for help. He was like screaming. Like, I think he was really had PTSD over it because he was in the military.
And you said you were in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, and she was putting something in the fridge or the freezer?
Fridge.
Okay, and you like grabbed her from behind?
No, I flipped her around and
Okay. And then did you push her on the ground? And were you on top of her or beside her?
on top of her.
Like kind of straddling her? Okay.
Where did this rock come from though? If you were
I found it outside.
So you had
I had like one leg like in there.
already set
Mm-hmm.
before you started strangling her.
Had that been your plan, was to hit her with the rock?
Where did you put the rock?
I threw it away.
No. So that was in with the trash, right? But before you strangled her,
I put it by the cabinet that had snacks in it.
okay, did she see that rock beforehand?
It was right by the refrigerator.
Okay.
It's like in that,
Where did you get the rock from?
from outside.
In their yard? Okay. 'Cause I'm not familiar with the area. Like I said, this is where I work here in El Paso. So does she live near woods, or is the landscaping have rocks? How big would you say this rock was?
This big.
Okay. And did you get it from the front yard, backyard?
What, from the front or backyard?
Mm-hmm.
I got it from like off like right here. Like, so kind of in the front yard, but not, but like also like the street walk.
Okay. If I were to ask you to draw me a picture, could you show that to me?
No.
No?
I can't.
Draw? I can't draw a stick figure, so don't worry. But it was, so if you're looking at the front door,
It's like right in this area.
When did you take the rock into the kitchen versus when the strangulation happened?
I did it whenever we were asleep. I, was right before I told him or whatever. I put it right there or whatever. I was like, you got 5 hours.
So about an hour before this happened, you said, because it was like an hour later nothing had happened. So an hour before it happened, you put the rock in the kitchen. Okay, and that was kind of your plan of what you were going to do. Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
what is the, why 5 hours?
What?
Why 5 hours?
I don't know. I thought it would have like make him like on beat or on. I don't know.
Okay.
He was, but like he couldn't do it himself. So I was like, go in the room, you know, get out of my way. And I took it and I started doing it.
Do you remember when the clock started? Like, was it at 3 o'clock and you said you had until 8 o'clock?
I think it was like 9.
At night?
No, in the morning.
In the morning is when the clock started. 9, so 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So would you say, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, what time would you say it happened?
I know it was, maybe it was 12 because I think it was like around like 4 p.m. or something.
4 p.m.?
That he happened to him. But I remember him when we were talking about way later down the road. He was like, you literally killed my mom, and you literally gave me until 4 p.m. And he was like, I can't believe you. And he was like, I love you so much, but like at the same time, I don't know how I feel about this. Is what he was saying.
Yeah. And in those 4 or 5 hours that you gave him, how were you feeling? Like, what was going through your mind?
I was like wondering if he was actually gonna do it or not.
Okay. What were you like sad, upset? Were you getting mad as time was going by?
I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. Okay. And so then you woke up, and then what happened?
Well, I didn't wake up. I was laying down or whatever in bed, and I heard them talking, and I was like, time is coming by fast. I was like, what is he doing? And then that's when I ran out there, pushed him aside, made him go to the room, and then that's when I full on took her life.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure I understand. You said you gave him 5 hours, but then earlier you said like an hour had gone by and nothing happened. So did you kill her?
Well, no, I meant like an hour went on by until like I noticed that he didn't do anything.
Okay, so like 6 hours later.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that we are clear because I'm still a little confused. So 5 hours had happened, nothing happened.
I gave him 5 hours to do it. An hour went by, and I noticed that I didn't
After
do
the
it.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't notice that he didn't do anything. So then that's when I went out there.
Okay.
Was this on the weekend or a weekday?
I don't know what it was.
Does she work? No.
She gets disability insurance too.
For military or just like?
I don't know what it's for.
Okay.
Did she know that you were in the house, or were you hiding in the
I
house?
was hiding in the house.
Okay. How long had you been hiding in the house?
3 days.
3 days. Where were you hiding in the house?
I was hiding in the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Does she not use that room?
No, she has her own bathroom.
Okay. So were you spending all day in the bathroom?
Yeah, like I said, I was mostly sleeping all the time.
Okay. Were you sleeping on the floor or in the tub?
In the tub.
Okay. Why didn't you hide in his room?
Because he didn't like want that. He was all against me even staying there. Like he wanted us to be together, and I was like, well, I'm about to run away, so it's either I can go be with you or I'll find somebody else. And he was like, okay. And then, I showed up, and then he was like the same way he was whenever I murdered his mom. He's like, I don't know what you want to go hide in there.
So he told you to hide in the bathroom?
Yeah.
There's not like a guest room that you could have gone in? Okay. Was there ever any close calls, especially if Nikki doesn't work?
And it's not close calls. She doesn't even go down that area.
Okay. So it's in a different section of the house then? Okay. How did that make you feel that he relegated you to the bathroom?
He didn't relegate me. It was kind of more so I showed up out of nowhere, and he was really not knowing what to do.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Where did you show up from?
Where did I show up from?
Mm-hmm.
I showed up from his back window in his room.
Okay, no, but before that, where were you?
Oh, where was I?
Mm-hmm.
Before I went to his house?
Yeah.
I was in a car, and before I was in the car, I was at my independent living house.
Okay.
So you went from the independent living house to his house, and that's when you ran away.
Whose car were you in?
I don't know the person I drove in with. I just asked somebody to give me a ride.
Okay.
So you went straight from there to the house.
Okay. And was it in daylight hours, nighttime?
Daylight hours.
Daylight, and then you just like knocked on his window? Okay. And then how did you get into the house?
I went through his window.
Okay. Is it a one-story house? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay. Well, is there a second floor? No. Is there a basement? Okay. So more than likely one story. Okay. Here there's no basements here in El Paso, right? And I know in other areas there's basements, so I'm just trying to understand. Do you know this person?
I don't know. Probably from the officer.
Really?
Like she would like kick me, through me, and everything.
Okay. So when she was in the kitchen, right? When this all happened, had she known that you were in the house before that? No. Okay. So it was a shock to her that you were in the house
I'm pretty sure that's what shocked her whenever I went to go kill her.
because she wasn't expecting you in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All I remember is that she dropped her flavor water on the ground.
Okay. What kind? Was it one of those?
Like a can or a
Can.
No bottle.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of flavor water it was? No. Okay. Okay. And so you went to Walmart, and so you picked up. How did you get to Walmart?
How did I get to Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
I made him drive.
Excuse me?
I made him drive.
You made him drive.
I was telling him every time, like, whenever I needed to go somewhere, like for the stores and stuff, especially whenever I killed her, like for cleaning and stuff, I was like, you're gonna drive me to the store, or else I'm turning you in. And I was like, do you want me to turn you in? And then that's what made him really drive me to places.
And whose car were you driving?
Was
Was he driving? Okay. Does he have his own car?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay.
And white SUV.
So it was the white SUV?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you pay for the cleaning supplies?
Her money.
Her money. Was it cash or a debit or credit card?
Cash.
Cash. Okay.
Was the cash that you paid for, was that from an ATM or was that cash that she had on her?
18.
ATM?
Okay, so you stopped at an ATM first to take out money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you know her PIN number?
Her PIN number?
Mm-hmm.
She had it, like, she obviously, like, has her safe and everything, but, like, right behind her safe or whatever, there was, like, a piece of paper.
Okay, so you got it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did, like, a very deep search on her house.
How did you get into the safe?
How did I get into the safe? I didn't go into the safe. That's the one thing I did not mess with because I was, like, really worried that it was rigged.
Okay. What do you mean rigged?
I don't know, sometimes if you put the wrong PIN code into anything, it freaking goes off.
That's fair. That's fair. So, I would hope she wouldn't have her safe, set with, I don't know, dynamite or
but
something.
with her dating Superman, anything could happen.
Touche. Did she have any guns in the house?
She had that's the gun that we took in pawn shop.
Okay, so was it registered to him or Jonathan? Do you know?
It was time to register to her.
Her. Where did you find that gun?
Where did I find it?
Or Jonathan? Who?
I found it on the table that was in the kitchen room.
Was it in a drawer or?
No, it was on the table.
Just she kept it out in the open?
Yeah, and she kept her gun there. She kept her weed all up on there.
Okay. Did you guys take the weed? Okay. Did she have
What?
Any other drugs that she had?
Okay. Was it weed like to smoke or was it in the form of gummies?
It was gummies and informed to smoke too.
Okay.
There was like the I don't know what they're called. Yeah, it was just gummies, the actual like plant itself, and then there was the carts that you put in vapes.
Okay.
Were those the gummies that were in the car? When's the last time you smoked?
Like marijuana? I don't know, like 3 days ago. I think I smoked the morning that I got caught. So.
So you're not like high right now or anything? So I know you said you went and got high after you killed her, but now, like, do you feel bad about killing her, or are you just kind of like whatever?
I don't feel bad about it because she was inappropriate towards him and she wouldn't let us be together. And you know what they say, like, let people do them, let people be people. Like, don't interfere with somebody's life because it's gonna come right back on you.
Do you think she deserved to die for that?
Yeah, I do. And I mean, it's not like she was about to die anyways. So it's not like it's literally like we all die at some point. It's not like she was literally about to die.
She was literally about to die?
No, I'm meaning it as like she was old already, and people, all of us, people in general, we all die at some point. And she was literally close to that age of dying. So I feel like it doesn't matter if I killed her or not, and I killed her because she gave me really 2 good reasons. She wouldn't let us to be together, and she was very inappropriate towards him.
Okay.
So
And it's like she didn't have friends, she didn't have family. So it's like honestly, it's like I killed nobody.
Well, what about the lady that was shot in Arizona?
I don't know about that person. I did that one out of anger.
Okay.
I just wanted to blow off steam, and I didn't even think about that.
Were you guys?
But I honestly think that one didn't have anybody either. To be honest, she was literally in a blanket on a bus stop on her phone with glasses.
So was she sitting down? Okay. But if she is dead, which I don't know, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, she was just an innocent bystander and you were angry and you shot someone that did nothing to you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I could have not shot her. That was the first time I shot somebody in my life. Well, tried to shoot.
Right.
So she could still honestly be alive. And honestly, and another thing is, I honestly did research on that. I was seeing if anything popped up for Arizona about somebody getting shot, and nothing did. And then I did even a bigger search. I was looking to see if somebody tried to attempt murder. No search there.
Okay.
So I don't think she honestly did that. I honestly think she was like, that person's mad, and then moved out of the bus station. I don't know.
So were you using your phone to look that up?
But
The research?
no, I used a computer.
Where at?
Yeah, where's the computer?
It was like at one of the hotel rooms.
Okay. Okay. What about have you been worried that they found Nikki? Have you been trying to figure out if
I'm pretty sure they haven't found her because just the simple fact that like my stuff and his stuff aren't plastered out there like crazy. And I don't think they would even notice she was killed because, like I said, the trash literally took all the evidence. I cleaned it up pretty damn well. And, the place that I dropped her body off at, nobody was there around at that time. It was dark. It was literally like creek dark type of dark. And I made sure that, it looked like normal trash in the big dumpster. So.
Okay. Actually, that's a good point. When you had her wrapped in a tarp, did it look like a body wrapped in a tarp, or because, it looks like a body wrapped in a tarp, right?
No, it did not look like a body wrapped.
How did you get it to not look like a body wrapped in a
I
tarp?
folded her body up.
Okay. Was it difficult to fold her body up?
It sort of was, but not really.
Okay.
It was like lifting weights multiple times.
Okay. So she was folded in half. Okay. And
Not in half, like, you know how people can go like this?
okay. Okay.
And you put your head in.
Okay.
So
And
it's not like you chopped her body into 10 million pieces or anything like that. Okay.
so she's still in one piece. Okay. And then you said you used saran wrap.
Mhm.
Did you use an entire thing of saran wrap?
I think so.
Okay. Where did you get that saran wrap from?
I got it from the store because that's where I got all the cleaning supplies.
Okay. Did you get the tarp from
Walmart as well?
Mhm.
Okay. What section of Walmart did that have to come from? Do you remember?
The cleaning side of Walmart, where the laundry stuff would be at. For the ceramic, I think that's honestly like right in the kitchen, right where the silverware and stuff would be.
Okay. And then you did not use tape to tape up? Okay. All right. So when you put her in the dumpster, it just looked like a piece of trash. Did you get in the dumpster or try to move stuff on top of her?
No, I was doing it through the square that they have.
I forget that some dumpsters have that, so you pushed her in through the square. Okay.
Was she heavy?
I mean, a little bit, but not really. She was like half of my weight. So
She's short?
she was short.
Would you say she was more like my size?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you shoved her in, and then did you close the door? What happened
I
next?
closed the door and then I got in the car and I told him to go.
Okay.
And then that's when I told him, I was like, we're cutting off your ankle monitor and we're going to Mexico.
Okay. And so by this time you said it was dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
What time would you say it was?
Probably got it to be in the AMs.
Oh,
It's like almost midnight.
Yeah.
okay. And so you get back to the house.
No, we didn't go to the house.
You did it
That's when I told him we were gonna drive out.
immediately after putting her in the dumpster.
So you cleaned before you took her to the dumpster.
Okay. And then how did you cut off his ankle monitor?
I bought him, what's it called? Like the bowl cutters, I think they're called. And I did that and I threw it out.
Okay.
Those are usually not pretty tight, aren't they? No.
His was a little bit loose and the band is only like,
Yeah.
Okay. And then you just started driving. Okay. What was the first state that you hit after you left Ohio?
Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. So can you excuse me for just 1 second? Okay.
Can you kind of, so you guys, where's our map here? So did you guys kind of out which way you went?
Like I said, it's
So you went Ohio to Indiana, then did you go down or across?
no. What?
Shit, did I got it open. Here, don't use this. Use this, it doesn't die.
This is a Sharpie, not a pen.
Oh, that's fine. Did you go to Dallas? Because like El Paso's right here.
Sorry.
Can you just put your like initials right there? Just so I know that it was you that did it, not somebody else. Thank you. So where all did you guys stop at? 'Cause I know you stopped in.
Those are all the states that we stopped in.
You stopped everywhere at every state you went through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did you drive before you stopped?
I don't know that.
Who drove more? Him or you?
I drove more.
You drove more. How did you know? How did you like? What made you want to go to Mexico? Why did you not go to Canada?
Because I know Mexico is where almost every person that commits a crime runs away to. And I know it's hard to get caught there. I mean, yes, we might be gringos, but at the same time, you'd be surprised how easy it is to get in with the mafia. That's why it's really surprising when you did bring up the cartel, because that's what I was going to do next, is join the cartel.
You were gonna join the cartel. How are you gonna join the cartel?
I know people through like the dark web and stuff like that.
So do you have cartel connections already, or were you just gonna try to find some people?
What?
Do you know people in the cartel already, or were you just gonna try to find
I
some?
was going to try to find somebody.
Okay. And you were okay with the cartel life? I
I
don't
mean,
know how well they treat women.
what?
I don't don't know how well they treat women.
I mean, it's honestly a matter of fact of if you betray people.
Yeah.
It's honestly, that's what's gonna get you killed is if you turn your head on somebody. And I don't do that, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, that's obvious. You're telling us the truth, which means a lot. So you guys, did you stay at hotels on the way or only in Arizona?
We stayed at 3 hotels that I registered for us through her name on, I think, like, I don't know what it's called, Priceline or something. I don't know, it's like some hotel thing you register on.
What were the hotel names?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Okay. But did you use her card then?
Mhm.
Okay. How many nights did you stay? Just one night at each place or multiple nights?
There was there was 2 that we did 3 nights. There was one that, we did 1 night. There's one that we did 2 nights, I don't know.
Okay. And that was just like all along the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said you guys went to Denver? Did you guys stop and hang out in Denver?
No, we didn't.
No. I love Denver. I think it's a really pretty city. So I don't know if you stopped and hung out there. So besides Nikki, have you ever killed someone before?
No.
When you were a kid or something?
What?
When you were a kid or anything? No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to think what other questions I had. Do you have any questions? Were you going to school up in Ohio?
Mm-mm.
No, just in the independent living. What's the last grade that you completed in school?
Ninth.
Ninth. Okay. Did you ever think about going to get your GED or anything? No.
GED is something that costs money, and you have to study it all on your own. You can't have any help, and then you pay for it. And I feel like that's just honestly a waste of money. And I feel like for me to be able to pass the test, I have to have help on it. So.
Yeah. Did you struggle to take tests in high school or in school?
The state testing was alright. There was one time where I had to go back and redo it, but besides that, yeah, it was okay.
What about the regular test that you just take in the classroom?
The regular tests, that was usually okay.
Yeah, I know some people get really bad testing anxiety.
Mine's more so, it's just I don't know anything, and every time I ask my dad for help, oh, how do you do this, or what's that mean? He's like, it says it on the paper, and I'm like, obviously I'm not understanding it.
So you said your dad, are you close to your dad at all?
No, I'm just saying, that's what I used to say.
Yeah, I get that. So I know you have a TBI, anorexia. You said ADD?
Mm-hmm. ADHD, not ADD.
ADHD, okay.
What else? I have borderline personality disorder. I have traits of it. I'm not diagnosed with it yet, but I bet you soon enough they're going to diagnose me with it. I also have bipolar disorder. I have PTSD, I have severe anxiety, and then I have the bipolar depression. So that's most of it. That's it.
When were you diagnosed with those?
Depression. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety when I was 12, but recently I don't know when I got diagnosed with it. I just know that it says on my diagnosis list that they have in the medical chart or whatever. I got diagnosed with bipolar because of my freeze sprays of having anger. I will flip and turn shit. I will fight people and stuff.
What causes that trigger?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's been worse ever since my brain injury.
The anger's been worse since your brain injury?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaitlyn, I just have a couple more questions and then we'll wrap this up. I really need your help, okay? To the best of your ability, what dumpster was she put in? What apartment complex was this?
And one in Savannah, Ohio.
Okay, do you know the name of the apartment complex?
So not Toledo?
No, I know he does, I just don't.
Okay. Was it close to the house? Was it?
I think when we were talking about it, because I was like, we need to get rid of the body, he was like, what do you mean we? I was like, well, I need to get rid of it since I'm the one that murdered her. And he was like, okay, well, I'll just start listing off random places that you could possibly just drop a random body off at. And then whenever I heard like the first neighborhood or whatever, I was like, let's go there.
Can you remember anything about it? Like at all?
No.
No? Do you remember what it looked like?
I just know it was black and really big.
The dumpster, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about like?
And I know it looked like an apartment, like building, like one of the ones you would see. I don't know.
Okay. Was it near anything? Was there like a store close by that can help us?
No, it was near a field.
A field? If we pull it up on a map, could you like help us find it?
I don't think so, because it was literally in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I just remember throwing a body into a trapped door.
Did it look like a big apartment complex, a small apartment complex?
Like a big one.
A big one? Did you have to go in through a gate or?
No, it was open freely.
It was open freely? Okay. Can you recall the apartment complex, like how many units? Was it 2, 3? Anything that can help us?
I know there's 2 entrances.
2 entrances, okay. Did it look like the exterior was light colored? I'm not familiar with obviously, the houses look different here than they do, where you're from. Was it wood panels?
No. I know that, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So here's where her house would be at. I know there's like a lot of trees. Do you know which way you went?
I don't.
It's like that's her house. Oh, like her house.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. So were you guys stayed in one section and she was in the other section? Okay. So there's like a condominium right across the street. Was it that close? No. I can't find anything close by.
Okay. Oh, and what town was it in again?
Sylvania.
Sylvania. How do you spell that?
SYLVANIA.
Okay.
So these are kind of like apartments if I'm familiar.
I don't remember what it looks like. Like I said, it was dark time.
How long would you say that you were driving for then?
20 minutes.
Okay, so 20 minutes approximately away from her house. Okay.
10 or 20 minutes.
10 or 20 minutes, okay. Okay. Black dumpster. Are all the dumpsters out there black or?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So Sylvania is like north of Toledo? Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Kaitlyn, is there anything else that you can think of that would be important for us to know about anything?
How do you feel right now?
I'm chill.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of anything else I can remember.
Okay. Alright, well if you remember anything, obviously just let us know. But thank you for being honest with us.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know that's hard to do.
Really hard to do, but we really appreciate your honesty, okay? Look, it sounds like you've had like a pretty tough life, and I wish that there was something I could say to make that better. But Hannah and I really, we want to help you, okay? And so thank you for helping us to help you, okay? So look, there's obviously, with the information that we have, there's some things that we need to figure out, okay? So I don't know yet. I'm gonna step out for a second. There's gonna be another agent that comes in here. But do you have any questions for me right now, or Hannah? No? You sure?
And like I said earlier, if you're 17, you have a lot of life. This is not the end. You maybe made a mistake. This doesn't mean that this is the end all ends. And life has been shit in the past. It doesn't have to keep being shit. And we want to help you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do
Do you need anything? Do you need a food, restroom, anything like that?
The restroom food.
okay.
Restroom. Okay, give us a second to figure that out.
Okay. The only thing is, you'll have to be escorted, okay, by a female, of course. So, probably Hannah. But we'll figure out where our bathroom is, okay? Okay. All right. Give me a couple minutes, okay? And we'll make sure we get you to a bathroom. Okay. Okay.
So you said the anger was worse after your accident?
The what?
The anger, you said was worse after the accident? Did they say why?
They said that I probably won't ever be the same after my accident.
So tell me what Kaitlyn before the accident looked like and Kaitlyn now.
Well, I obviously did not kill somebody before the accident. I was just not having as many anger outbursts. Like whenever I was hospitalized, I broke a lot of their property. I left a few people with like bruises on their face and body and bloody noses.
So you just gun fights? Yeah.
Like worse than usual. Cause before that, I used to like warn people when I'm getting angry. I used to be like, I'm getting angry. Like get away from me, and then it turned into full on yelling and screaming and hitting and breaking stuff.
Did anybody ever fight back?
No, most of the people that have tried to fight back towards me, they just mess up like they throw them or I catch them.
Yeah. So it was, I mean, I know Mexico wasn't like this great experience. What was the best part? The food? Yeah. What kind of tacos did you have?
I've had beef and chicken.
Nice. Which one did you like better?
Chicken.
Did you guys go to like a food truck to get tacos or like a restaurant?
Food truck.
Food truck. Those are like the best tacos ever.
Yeah, that's where he got his quesadilla and he said it was bomb. I was like, I don't like quesadillas, but I bet you it is.
Was it just cheese in the tortilla or did it have meat on it?
It had meat and cheese, and I think it had like some spices in it.
That sounds really good. I bet that was really good. So what do you like to do? I mean, I know you've had a shitty life, but what do you like to do for fun or to just relax?
Listen to music.
Yeah, what kind of music do you like?
All.
All of it?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song?
No.
Well, I can stop asking you questions if you just want to chill for a little bit.
You're good. I'm just cold in here.
Yeah, it is kind of cold in here. Have you had that dress on the whole time? Or have you changed?
I've had different clothes on, but I've had this dress on since I've been in Mexico.
Okay. How did you like go back and get clothes, or did you have clothes from when you ran away?
Clothes for when I ran away. And then I also spent money to get new clothes too.
Oh, okay. And you said that you were at an independent living facility?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Does that mean that you're just like on your own? Or?
Well, it was for disabled people, but I had nowhere else to go because nobody would accept me because of my history of being violent and running away. So I went there, but yeah, they have no rules.
There's no rules?
Did you
Go ahead.
It's basically you live on your own, you cook for yourself, you eat for yourself, basically being an adult. But like once in a while, they might have staff that checks up on you.
Oh, okay. And then do they pay for everything? Like the state pays for it?
The county does.
So what was going to happen when you turned 18? Were you going to get kicked out?
Basically, I was gonna go live with one of my friends or something.
Yeah. Do you have quite a few friends back home?
I have friends all over, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Trying to find you a bathroom.
Who is?
They're trying to find you a bathroom. I saw when you scratched your head, you had like the little scars that from your TBI. There?
Yeah. It's a big bone.
So when you got in your car, I was thinking, did you hit another car or did you hit?
I hit another car and then I hit a telephone pole.
How fast were you going?
They said like 50 miles per hour.
Okay. Had you like fallen asleep or were you still awake?
I fell asleep. That's usually why I don't remember it. And the other reason I was also so drugged up, that's why I don't remember it. Like I was on bed rest for so long in the ICU.
It's awful.
I had to learn how to walk and everything on my own.
Really?
Yeah, but my coordination is really bad still because of the brain injury. Like I said, I can't process the same way. Like I can't watch TV. I can't like tell what's left, what's right. Sometimes like literally you'll hear me, oh let's go left, goes right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so bad.
Yeah. It seemed like like when I saw you walking, you seemed to be doing okay. Like it's hard to tell that you like had to relearn how to walk so recently.
Right. Well, it wasn't so recently. It was February the 26th, so a few months ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We can talk about whatever. Like you want to talk about anything. You want to take a nap? Or
I have to eat it off really bad.
really bad? Okay.
And it doesn't help that I'm on my period, so.
Yeah. That is the worst. Do you have supplies? No? Okay.
Kaitlyn, so look, I owe you complete honesty, right? Since you've been nothing but honest with us, you are going to be arrested, okay? So here in just a minute, there's going to be 2 officers. They're going to come in, they're going to arrest you. And then you're going to be booked into the county jail, obviously based on all the information that you told us. And then it looks like it's going to be on state paper, to the best of my knowledge, out of Ohio. So at some point you're going to be what's called extradited back to Ohio. Okay.
And what she means by state is like the federal government, like the FBI. We're not the ones charging him. That's them.
Right.
Okay. And so I'm not being a federal agent, right? I'm not exactly sure with state procedures, but you will at some point go before a judge, and that's where a judge is going to let you know what you're being charged with. Okay. I don't know what those charges are right now. I haven't seen any arrest documents or whatnot. Okay. Are you okay?
Mhm.
Are you sure? Okay. Do you have any questions? Are you sure? Okay. Look,
So is the county jail for women or is it for kids?
so this, I think the county here is going to be adults. Okay. Now, when you get to Ohio, I don't know. That you may go to juvenile, right? Because remember what I said here in Texas, 17 is an adult, right? But when you go back to Ohio, from my understanding, age of maturity is 18. So you'll probably be transitioned to a juvenile facility. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take. With you being a minor, I would like to believe that it's going to be a short amount of time. Okay.
Right.
Before you leave here and go there. But they're going to come in just a second and look. I'm going to do my best to answer any question if you have any. Okay. But once they come in, we're leaving, right?
And they're not going to treat you like the Mexican authorities did.
No.
So just be mindful of that and just be like respectful of them. You've been arrested before, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so you know what to expect.
Right.
Okay. But look, I'm willing, and Hannah too, if we can answer any questions.
Where's my bag with my cell phones and stuff? Do they have it with my belongings?
So your personal belongings, yeah. So that's a very good question. So your phones are going to be seized, right?
Right, I get that, but I'm talking about my sunglasses, my earrings, and my bracelet. My necklace.
No, so your personal property, if you get a lawyer assigned here, we'll make sure that your lawyer here gets it. Or if we have to send it back to Ohio to whatever lawyer, you will get your personal property back.
So there's like no way that I can put on like my necklace or not to take it for whenever I do get it.
No, because actually, when you're gonna go to county, they're gonna even make you take off your shoelaces. So they're not gonna let you have jewelry right now. But your stuff will be safe, right? Because until we can get it back to you, it's gonna be at least in FBI custody, okay?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Any questions? No? Are you sure?
When do I eat?
What do you need?
When do I eat?
I don't know. They should be able, when you get there, they should provide you with something to eat. I don't know. I can ask.
Alright.
Okay? Okay. So, Kaitlyn, thank you for being respectful for us. Really. Just to make the transition a little bit easier, just be respectful to the officers as well, okay?
Do you need a second?
Are you sure? Just trying to give you a minute.
Do some water? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You've been through worse, right? Yeah. I got this. Just tell us when you're ready.
I'm ready right now.
Okay, so go ahead and stand up and then face that wall, okay?
They wanted to see other people. Alright, go ahead, go for it. Your next one. Okay, you can turn. You can go forward. Go forward.
Kaitlyn Coons is arrested and charged as an adult with aggravated murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Jonathon Jones is also arrested and charged with aggravated murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse for his role in the killing and disposal of his mother. But there's a problem. Nicole Jones is still missing. Without a body, investigators don't know exactly what happened inside that house. So prosecutors make a move. They offer Kaitlyn a proffer, a chance to talk under limited protection in exchange for the truth about what happened to Nicole. What she reveals about this real-life murder mystery will change everything.
All right, we're all set to have a conversation. Any questions before we start?
I'm just anxious, that's all.
Hmm?
I'm just anxious, that's
Okay.
all.
And that's a
I
very,
cried before you came in here.
that's a perfectly normal reaction. You get to be normal the rest of your life, okay?
Okay.
All right, let me go get it. Oops, didn't want me running away, huh?
Thank you.
This is much nicer than TPD.
Is it now? Yeah, it is. I've been there. It is a little nicer. But,
Okay, so I'm Erin Kennedy, I'm the prosecutor on this case. My understanding is you want to speak with us today. Is that correct? Okay, and you've waived your right to remain silent, you're here with your attorney, correct? Have you read this proffer agreement?
Yes, I have.
Okay, do you understand what's contained therein?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if any part of what is not truthful is said here today, we can completely disregard this agreement. Okay, and we can also subject you to a polygraph test. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you still want to speak with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is for you. This is your chance to help yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell your side of the story. I know you've already made statements before. So what I want you to do is just start. Tell it from the beginning to the end. Don't leave anything out. I'd ask for it to be truthful. I don't want to be pulling things out of you. This is your chance to help you, okay?
You want to speak loud enough for the,
Yep.
because this is being recorded, okay?
So I'm probably gonna let Detective Albright take the lead on this. I'll have some specific things, but like I said, I wanna hear what happened. I want you to be truthful, and I've got some specific things I'll come back with, okay?
We've met before. I'm Detective Albright, and I want to kind of look at. I'm gonna follow the timeline of what we know happened in all this. Okay, and some of this has been found through physical evidence investigation and by your own admissions. So we'll kind of keep it to this for the major outline, and then if you have any details you want to add or any specific things we want to know about, we'll work that out. So, Jonathon Jones, what relationship did you have with Jonathon?
I don't know what to say about that type of relationship. I would say at first it was just a friend, then boyfriend, but then just a manipulator.
Okay.
He just abused me and stuff like that. So I don't know what you would call that.
Okay. In what way did he abuse you or manipulate you?
He abused me multiple times and stuff like that.
Okay. Did you ever have a consensual relationship with him?
For a minute, yes, we did.
Okay.
Would you define a minute? What do you mean by a minute?
The 2 months, I was with him for 3 months back before he caught the case that he caught for the kidnapping and sex crimes against me. For the 2 months, it was consensual, but then after a while, he wouldn't let me leave. He would threaten to kill himself and stuff like that. So I stayed with him, but he would rape me and stuff whenever I would be asleep. And then before the case that started just now or whatever, before what happened or whatever, I was with him or whatever, but I specifically told him before everything happened that I did not want to be at the house unless she knew that I was at the house, because prior to it happening.
We'll slow down.
Okay. Sorry, that was a little bit too much.
Well, no, I know how I've been with you enough to know I want you to back up. let's talk about what happened down in Wood County. All right. And let's-
When he got the charge specifically related to you, which led to his troubles with Wood County Court.
So basically, his mom kicked us out of the house or whatever after finding out that the food was going on in her house, and he did the same thing that he did to me. He was basically like, "Well, kill me, this, kill me," and then he just ended up leaving her at the house. Leaving her at the house, and we left. And that's when we started living in the streets. We went and stayed at his friend's house, and then
Who's the friend?
I don't know the friend's name.
Where did he live?
It was I feel like it's an apartment because it's like this was this side of his friends, and then this was somebody else's, and then it was like a garage, like there was a car right here.
Was this in Bowling Green? Was this?
No, it was here in Sylvania or
Okay.
whatever. I just don't know exactly where we're at. But why that happened or whatever, he was taking pictures of me, and at first I was into it, I was involuntary, it was consensual at first, but then it turned into unconsensual or whatever. He was just going a little bit too far with it by raping me and then hitting me and all spanking, all types of craziness or whatever. But how the case got started or whatever is we were walking. I got overly intoxicated at a motel or whatever, and we were walking, and I was just sluggish. I didn't know what was happening, and the officer, they asked me and stuff, and then I couldn't even speak to them. Truthfully, I didn't know what was happening.
Where was this?
It was a truck lane. I don't know where it was at, but it was a hotel or motel, and then there was a truck lane, and then there was a gas station, and we came back from the gas station, but we were walking in the truck lane or whatever. They pulled us over because we were in the truck lane, and they thought that I was trying to prostitute right there in the truck lane, but I wasn't prostituting in the truck lane. And they took me and they took him, and he had a gun on him, he had marijuana on him, and they charged him with kidnapping and sex crimes because prior to that I got taken from the Emily's program where I was in there for my eating disorder. That's how that whole case got started for that.
Okay, so this was back in 2022.
October of 2022.
Yeah, so you guys get stopped. Is that a truck stop somewhere in Wood County, down south of here?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where it was at.
So the officer encounters you guys at the truck stop because a lot of things go on at those places. And I've seen the report, and somehow, some way, the officer ends up finding pictures of you either on his phone or your phone, something of that nature. Is that correct?
Yeah, he had pictures of me. He has a whole bunch of pictures of me. And then not on top of that, then he has pictures that I've sent him or whatever back whenever we very first met.
Okay. So based upon that, he gets charged in Wood County, ultimately gets convicted of those crimes related to that incident. Then the judge lets him out, waiting on his sentencing, okay?
Right.
Now, let's fast forward and we get to 2023, okay? And then around April, prior to April, you'd been in the hospital, correct? Out in Canton?
Yeah, the auto accident.
I was in Cleveland.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
okay.
I had my car accident where I had a traumatic brain injury or whatever, and I got out of the hospital, and I was staying at this group home.
How long were you in the hospital?
2 months.
Okay. And why were you there so long?
I don't even know why I was there for so long. I think it's because my caseworker was trying to find me treatment for treatment facility or somewhere for me to go, basically placement, because I have so many issues. I have my self-harming, my depression, and then my anger and my aggression problems.
So you would say that you've had a lot of issues. You're probably well known in Canton, Stark County because of all those issues,
Yeah,
right?
I have a bad running away history.
So they were having some issues finding a place for you to go, correct?
Right.
Okay. So at some point were you in the hospital Did you become friends with someone? A nurse?
No, I did not become friends with no nurse.
No?
No.
And that you conversed with?
There was what was her name? I don't even remember the person's name. I know there's somebody, like, there was a lot of, like, sitters and stuff that, like, I talked to and stuff, but...
This particular person, she called you Kit Kat. You remember who that is?
No, I do not remember.
Okay. Rebecca Callahan?
No, I don't remember who that is.
Okay. Because you exchanged many texts with her and told her about some of the things that you were involved in. And ultimately, that information came to us, and then this whole thing transpired, and here we are.
Kaitlyn, you don't remember telling her I killed someone?
No, I don't remember ever saying that. I never had my phones whenever I was with Jonathon, so I don't... I talked about this with multiple people from my, like, that's involved in my case because they showed me the messages, but, like, I got my phones back whenever I came back from Mexico, so I don't know what happened with what was going on with that.
You didn't have your phones the entire time you were with Jonathon? Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna let you keep going.
Okay. I mean, I did have my phones, but I didn't have my phones, if that makes sense.
No, explain it.
So, like, whenever I was on the run with Jonathon or whatever, like, my whole mind, right? I, like, totally, like, I don't remember anything that happened. All I remember is, like, waking up multiple times, going right back down. Waking up multiple times, going right back down. There is point in times where I do remember being on my phone, but I don't specifically remember ever texting nobody. But most of the time, though, Jonathon had my phone. He was doing black internet web stuff, looking up maps to Mexico and all that type of stuff. So I never paid attention to him with that because I didn't mess with him. I thought that he was dangerous. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you are at this group home now. After you get out of the hospital, they put you in this group home in Canton area, right? And at some point, you leave there.
Right.
And make your way to Sylvania, to Jonathon's house. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. How did you get to Jonathon?
So he arranged for me. He was, I guess, this is what I figured out. So he basically, I guess, he was sending pictures of me that he already had from all the way back from Wood County case or whatever. He was sending a whole bunch of, like, bad, inappropriate pictures or whatever to this person, and, was saying, like, oh, she will do stuff for you to, get her right down here or whatever. But I didn't know that. So whenever I got in contact with the person, I'm like, well, I'm at the time 17 or whatever. I was like, and I'm not really trying to do that stuff or whatever. I'm like, can I just get a free ride without having to do anything or whatever? So the person comes, and, like, halfway through the ride or whatever, we had to end up doing stuff because that's what Jonathon, I guess, promised him or whatever. And that's when I ended up getting, it was like Chauvin's Tavern or something like that. That's where the car ended up at, was Chauvin's Tavern. And after I got out of the car, I went into Chauvin's Tavern. Well, before we went in there, we hugged and stuff, and we were like, I missed you and stuff. And after that, we went into Chauvin's Tavern, and we sat down, and we were just talking about everything that happened, like him being locked up and what happened with me. I showed him my scar and stuff and told him that I was in a car accident again or whatever, just basically repeating everything. And then after that, that's when, he was like, well, we have to stay out or whatever until my mom goes to sleep. And I'm like, that's weird. I'm not about to stay out until your mom goes to sleep. But mind you, we started smoking, drinking or whatever, and so basically he had alcohol already on him and then weed already on him, but we started smoking and drinking or whatever, and we're just walking around going places. We went to this one abandoned house that they were, like, redoing that was near the house or whatever, and he tried to mess with me. I was like, no, and stuff, and, like, I kept telling him, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to the house. I'm not going to the house. Like, if she don't know that I'm there, then I don't feel comfortable. I'm already on the run. That makes me feel paranoid that I have to go into her house and her not know that I'm there. And so then at some point, I guess, that we ended up at the house or whatever, and next thing I know is that I wake up.
All right. How'd you get in the house?
I don't remember.
Okay. Where were you staying while you were in the house?
In his room, it's like this. So the door right here, then right here, then the bathroom's right here, the door's right there. That's his room.
Okay.
And then like whenever I was staying in his room though, like when I woke up or whatever, he blocked it off or whatever. But I guess you're asking me more questions. But that's when I woke up and I'm like,
What do you mean by blocked it off?
like he had like his dresser, not dresser, but like the tent, he had 10 foils in there. So like back whenever I was living with him, he kept his clothes and stuff into the not foils things, the bin things, and he had the bin things back up against the door or whatever. And like that's how it was when I woke up, and I was just like, and then like he was right there, and I'm like, and I told him, I was like, what's happening? And he talked about, whisper. No, I'm not whispering. What's happening? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I text on my phone. I'm like, you're gonna tell her that I'm here or whatever. I was like, I'm gonna give you 5 hours to tell her that I'm here, or else I'm leaving. I have other guys that would happily take me. And then that's when I went back to sleep. Not sleep, like I laid down or whatever. I don't want to mess up my words. I was going back to sleep, and then like 30 minutes to like an hour, that's when I hear babe, 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 and I'm like I don't even know if I should get up. It's like that gut feel, like you just know something went wrong. So I like slowly like get up, and I like walk out of the room, and then I walk this way. I'm like looking everywhere. Then I walk in and I look this way, and there she is on the ground. There's a rock by him.
Who's she?
You said who's she?
Yeah.
Nicole.
Nicole, his mother, okay. Go ahead.
There she is on the ground. He has his hands on her neck, and he's asking me to help him. He's like, babe, can you please help me? And I'm like, no. And then that's when I went to the couch and I lay down, and then I didn't even know what to do with myself. I literally kept saying, this can't be happening, this can't be happening. And then next thing I know, he picks up the rock, is banging her head more, and I'm like, no, this can't be happening, this can't be happening. And then after that, or whatever, after that happened, he told me we had to go to the store. And I went with him. I went to the store, he got cleaning supplies and a whole bunch of stuff. And we went back to the house or whatever, and then after that happened, he cleaned up the mess on the ground. He moved her body he like turned her over or whatever, and then after that happened, he ended up packing up everything. He moved the body into the car. I helped him carry the body to the car, and then after that happened, he drove, and then he ended up cutting off his ankle monitor. Oh, no. I guess he had it on. I thought he cut it off before, but he drove to this apartment place, and he got out of the car. I got out of the car. And mind you, the body didn't feel the same the time that it felt whenever I was at the garbage can or whatever. Before, it was like, it wasn't as heavy, then it was heavy as soon as we got to the apartment place. And then after that, I helped him carry the body and dump it in the dumpster. And then after that, he cut his ankle monitor off. And then he fled, basically. That's what happened.
When you saw him in the kitchen with his hands around her neck, it was the kitchen, right?
Right.
Okay. Where at? I mean, it's a fairly good size kitchen. Where specifically?
This is the fridge. And this is this. The body's right here. There's blood all around the head part. And there's even like brain matter over here. And he's standing over here with his hands right here. And the rock is literally like just like right there with blood on the top of it. And I'm all the way over here.
So he was calling your name while he was strangling her? Had his hands around her neck? How long did that go on? How long would you estimate that was going on?
I don't know. I really don't know. I was panicking. But I do know that like before I walked in, that he was banging her head with a rock or whatever, because there was stuff all over the ground. And there was blood on the rod.
Okay. Let me give you a little piece of information. So that GPS that he had on him, okay, we have those records that tells us where he was at, when, and for how long, okay? You were obviously with him. So after the killing, okay, you mentioned that you guys went and got cleaning supplies, right?
Right.
Okay. Did you put the body in the car first before you went and got the cleaning supplies, or did you leave the body there and go get
Body there.
You went and got the supplies. Where'd you go?
It was a tractor, but no, it was, I don't know. All I remember is checking stuff out. I don't remember what store we went to.
Okay. And did you both go in the store?
Yeah, we both went into the store.
Okay. You got the items. You came back out. Where'd you go from there? Back to the house? Okay.
I'm pretty sure we went. I don't remember anything. Like for real. Like I really don't remember stuff not word for word, but detail for detail. But I know at some point the stuff was bought, and I know at some point he was cleaning it up, and I remember at some point we went to the apartment complex, and I know at some point he was packing up the stuff. That's what I know.
Okay. What happened to all the cleaning supplies?
He throws it all away.
And where? Where did they get thrown?
In a trash bag that he bought from the store.
Okay. And so it was put in the trash bag. What do you do with the trash bag?
He set it out for trash day because he said it was trash day.
The next day?
He said that because he lived there or whatever, he said that the trash day was going to be the next day, so he left it out.
Yeah, it was written right on the refrigerator. That the trash day is the next day. Yeah. So the body itself, so after the cleanup, you guys put the body where?
We put the body in the back seat of the car.
The back seat or the trunk area?
Like he laid down the seats or whatever, and the body was like right there.
Okay, because it's like a hatchback type car, right? And then, okay.
It was her car, her van.
All right, so did you just throw her back there, or?
No, he was like scooter.
Scooter, okay, but what was she in? I mean,
he wrapped her up in a tarp or whatever. It was like both tarps or whatever. He tried to do it with a trash bag at first, but it didn't work, so he did it with a tarp.
Okay, so tarp the body up, put the body in the trunk, throw the items away, the cleaning supplies and whatnot. What happens then? Where do you go from there?
After he puts it in the car, then he drives. I don't know where, how long, or where to, but I know. Like I'm trying to give you. I just know at some point he drives to the apartment complex and he jumps out, opens up the garbage thing, and that's when he gets the body. And I go back outside because he's like, babe, and I help him do it all over again.
So you help put the body in the trash or whatever it was?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I see here that it looks like after the cleanup and putting the body in the trunk, you guys went to back to Sean's. Did you guys go to Sean's?
I don't remember that.
Well, you did, because I can see it right here. So you bought the supplies, you were at Lowe's. Now mind you, let me just tell you this, it is all on video. I have receipts for all this, okay? So the items that were purchased and the body was wrapped up in these items, and then that was at 5:20 that you guys left Lowe's. Went back to the house, right here on the mission, and then by 6:36 p.m., you are back at Sean's Irish Tavern, okay? So at that point, the body's in the trunk because later on, it's not till 12:17 a.m. that the car goes to where the body was disposed of in the dumpster.
But I don't remember
remember. I'm telling you, I don't remember.
You don't remember, but I'm telling you. Okay, that's what happened. So you're distraught that you just saw this killing. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't have walked in on it, but yeah.
Okay. You saw this. You're shocked at this whole thing, right? Things are fuzzy. But you go to Sean's.
I don't remember.
Get a little
going to
dinner.
Sean's though. That's the
Okay.
thing. I don't like.
Well,
I really don't remember. All I remember is like the big shit that happened because the other stuff.
Well, that's why we're trying to figure this out together. Okay. So I'm just telling you, and I'm filling in these spots, and maybe it'll click something in your head. Okay. So from there, you guys go to the apartment complex and put the body in the dumpster. Okay. And from the dumpster, you guys go to the Waffle House to get a little snack. Right?
I don't remember that.
I got video of you doing that too. Okay.
I don't remember. That's what I'm trying to.
Then from 12:29 to 1:04 a.m. You go back to the house. You're there for a little while, and I think then later on, you guys, that next afternoon at 12:49 p.m., you leave and go to McDonald's. Then you go to Walmart, purchase some supplies. And then you go to, Meijer, and then back to the house. Back to Walmart on Glendale, Home Depot on Airport Highway, Meijer on Central.
We left the same day.
Okay. Then you guys took her debit card and went to the bank, several banks as a matter of fact, and used her.
That's also another thing. He said that he was happy that he got her money now or whatever because she was complaining about how he wasn't even paying for the house and stuff and that she don't even have the money for him to be even living with her. I know that's something that he commented about before, but I don't know why he kept pulling money. I know at some point I know that he was pawning off her stuff or whatever so that he could get money to go into Mexico.
Yeah, we have all that too. We have all that stuff. We found all that, so we have it. And again, I'm gonna. You might hear me say this multiple times, but this is all on video.
I know.
Or there's receipts to show where you're at. And everybody handles traumatic situations a little differently.
I don't know, I felt like I was living a Lifetime movie. Like I felt like I was living a movie. I literally felt like this was just how I saw the situation with me and Jonathon was I really just thought that he was somebody I loved. Like I really thought that, Harley Quinn or like, Bonnie and Clyde type stuff or whatever. Like I really thought that like, like I was just his like partner in crime, but I wasn't doing the crime. Like I was just there for him, like, because I loved him or whatever, and I didn't want to leave him, but I was also scared to leave him, even though I loved him. Like, it's crazy, because I really did throughout being with him or whatever, try to leave or whatever, but that's when he started being more stricter with my phones and stuff. That's the reason why. I didn't even try to attempt to leave or whatever. He did hand me the gun and stuff, and hand me the knives and was like, kill me right here, right now. But I didn't do that because I'm not capable of that. I know I'm not capable of that. I don't want to hurt somebody like that.
You still love him? Yeah. You're still gonna do what he says? Like right here, right now?
I want to see the fall for him so badly. He's the only person I have.
Really, what about Mr. Sorter up in Monroe, Michigan?
Who?
Mr. Sorter. Sorter? I forget what it is. There's two of them. Kevin, maybe? I can't remember. But according to that, you love him.
Who?
Sorter.
I
You've
don't
been
know.
talking with him from the jail. You're on audio telling him how much you love him and you want to do this, that, and the other to him. Very graphic. mind you.
Who? Oh, who? Are you talking about, I don't know who you're talking about. I've talked to one person being in this jail, or whatever. I talked to him when I very first came here, or whatever, because someone hooked me up with him, but it's still not, I told him that I still had feelings for Jonathon, though. It's the same thing. I told him I'm never going to be the same after this. I tell my parents that, too, all the time.
Does Jonathon know about him?
No, Jonathan knows that my family, he has support or whatever, but he don't know about anybody else.
What would he say if he heard those calls? What would he say about that situation?
That I have a history of cheating. It doesn't mean that I don't love him, though. He knows that. I've told him that. Being high or whatever, I told him I was like, I remember this when I was very high. The one night I was like, I told him I was like, I was cheating on you when we very first met or whatever. But I told him I was like, it didn't matter though because I love you. He knows. It's just if he finds out, he's gonna be pissed. Cause I don't know. I just know he would be pissed though if he found out. So I love him though. I really do love him. Like I really do want to take the fall for him. Like,
hold on a second. We don't want anybody to take the fall for anybody. Okay? We just want the truth. And the truth is that
someone died, I know. Somebody that should
Let him finish.
in these other interviews, okay, that you had with the FBI agents down in El Paso and all this stuff, that you were very specific about what happened. Okay?
Right.
He was nowhere around. You're sitting in the room with two FBI agents in a locked facility. So he poses no threat to you. So you go into a story with explicit detail. Oh, stop. How you gave him a specific period of time to get rid of his mother, to kill his mother, because she was in the way keeping you guys from being together. And then he did not complete that act. So you gave him another hour, you went and staged this brick or block, whatever it was, and you waited for her in the kitchen to be bent over in the refrigerator. You took the rock, bashed her head in, and strangled her, okay? And based upon your very explicit words, we got a search warrant, went to the house, and the physical evidence in that place is exactly like you said. Exactly like you said. So someone who's all traumatic and not grasping the full situation is not going to be that explicitly detailed. See, and here's the other thing, okay? You're trying to tell us that you're the victim in all this.
No, I'm not trying to tell you the victim. I'm
Okay,
trying to tell you how she died. I'm trying to tell you what I did, but you're not listening.
Okay, we know how she died.
No, I'm trying to give her the full justice she needs. I understand I'm guilty. I understand I'm guilty for running. I'm guilty for taking the fall for him. I'm guilty for dumping her body. I understand that, but I'm really trying to tell you how it is. Like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because you're not going to listen. You really think I'm the one that did it. I understand it from my statements, but me and him talked about it back and forth. I talked to him. I promised him I was going to take the blame because I loved him.
Okay.
I told him I would.
And here's the other thing. So you guys go to Tempe, Arizona, okay? A man standing on the street corner is shot. Okay? Who shot that man?
I don't know. I don't know what that happened.
Okay. Well, it's funny because that's another thing that you said that you did. You did a drive-by shooting. And you shot this guy standing on the street corner and you think he's dead. That's what you told someone, okay? So you're very explicit about that. And then you were taking your socks and soaking them in lighter fluid, setting them on fire and throwing them out the window trying to start a fire, okay? So what gets me is, in the past you've been so specific about all these things that have happened. Now all of a sudden, it switches from I did this to Jonathon did this, and this. Okay?
I did dump the body. I told you guys that, but I didn't kill her.
Then why would you say, okay, let me ask you this. Who's Michael Smith?
He's my trafficker.
He's your trafficker. Okay? So he lives in the Canton area, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you exchange some text messages with Michael Smith telling him that you guys had killed Jonathon's mother?
You gotta remember something.
Yes, I did say that.
You did? Okay. And what were you trying to do? What were you trying to accomplish by telling?
I was trying to get help in some way. I was trying to let them know. But I love Michael.
So, Michael, you reached out to him because, in your words in these messages, you were wanting to join a drug cartel, right?
That's what Jonathan wanted, yeah. But I put that in the message.
And then, so you put on the message, you're going back and forth with this guy, and he explains to you that, hey, if you're going to join a drug cartel, because apparently he had the connections to put you in contact with the drug cartel. So he explained to you that you have to be able to kill people. And he asked you, have you ever killed anyone? You said, yes. And he said, who? And he said, who? And you said, oh, me and my boyfriend killed his mom, and so on and so forth. And he asked you specifics about names and so on and so forth. I can show you the conversation if you'd like.
No, I don't need to see
Okay.
it.
And let me tell you something about it. You know how this came into our possession? You want me to tell you? Mr. Smith is an informant
I don't know, he told me.
for the marshals. So the whole time this is going on and he's having this conversation with you, he's actually giving that information directly to law enforcement. So, and I'm looking at this message, and it didn't sound like somebody who's an innocent victim that was thrust in the middle of the situation.
Nobody's listening to me, so please.
Yes, you can.
Kleenex, that'd be helpful.
That'd be it. I can do
Can you take a real deep breath for me?
No, I didn't do it.
Hold on. Just take a deep breath. I want you to take a real deep breath for me, okay?
No, they don't understand I didn't do it.
Stop. Here you go. Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Here. Take some Kleenex, will you? Blow real hard. Get it all out. Get it all out of your neck. Good blow. Couple more. Remember when I told you they know more than what you think they know?
I know.
Okay, so here's the most important thing. Listen. This one. You keep jumping back to they're not believing me that I didn't kill her. Okay? Now, wait a minute. Hold on. What's important is you tell them the truth about everything else. Everything. Tell the truth about everything. Who this might be.
I'm gonna tell him.
Right. Well, I mean, he
But it's
has.
gonna hurt me.
So listen to me. You keep jumping back to they don't believe me. They don't have to believe you. They have certain things. What they're doing is quite simply asking a question about Mr. Smith, and they want to see if you're going to answer consistent with what they already know that Mr. Smith has already told them. All right, or give them the text messages. All right.
Okay.
So you got to tell them everything about Mr. Smith. Whatever you texted him, that's fine. It is what it is. Okay. The most important thing at this point is for you to be believable. Okay? And remember about the ankle monitor? You know, he's telling you where you went because his ankle monitor was on all that time.
I remember, but I don't remember. That's the thing. Like I know the places, but I don't remember what we were exactly doing.
It's fine. It's fine. If you remember the places, you went here, you went there, and there. Whatever was sent whatever text message was sent to your trafficker. Just tell him what you said. Okay? Be truthful. It's not going to hurt you in one way or the other. Okay? What matters at this point is, like I said, we're trying to work the best we can with a bad hand. Okay? And the thing about it is they want truthful statements from you. So whatever you texted to Mr. Smith, be truthful about it. Whatever you said, you said. Whatever you texted, you texted. Okay?
Okay.
Don't try to hide anything at this point. That doesn't help you at all. Okay?
I know there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Okay. What would you say is, when you say it's scary, what's...
Like I said those things. I did text the people, and I was trying to join the mafia because of Jonathon and stuff, because he put me in the mind that that's what life is about. Like, he told me that we could be just Bonnie and Clyde. That's basically why I keep referencing them, because
All
what
right,
he told
so
me.
what I want you to do is slow down, okay? And be truthful. And he's showing you the text. Did you text this guy? What did you say? What did you text? Okay? Just tell him the truth. It's not going to hurt you one way or the other at this point. Okay? Like I said, we're in the worst case scenario there is that you've already...
I want to go home. That's all I want you to understand. This is hurting me so bad.
What's hurting you?
None of this to happen. Being locked up because somebody took somebody's life and it wasn't me, but I thought I could do this. It hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. I want to go home.
What hurts your head?
Being locked up.
Yeah. Well, you know that's not going to change for a while, right?
Right.
All right. Now, I can end this. I mean, you said what you said.
No, it's not going to end.
Well, I mean this interview, if you want me to, but I mean, you haven't said anything different than what you've already told the FBI in the original one, okay? So what's important here is if you remember texting Mr. Smith, then tell him, yeah, I remember texting him.
I also remember texting the girl too.
Okay.
I didn't want to say that.
Well, when he asked the question, who's Mr. Smith? No, he's my trafficker. Do you remember doing this? If you did, yeah, I remember doing that. I remember saying that. Okay? What matters here is you just tell the truth. And like I said, they know a lot more than what you think they do. Okay? So what they're looking for is, are your answers consistent with what they already know? That makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't keep falling back to you're not believing me. Part of them believing you is if you answer them truthfully about other things. Okay? Does that make sense?
No, but they turn it back on you and just want to act like you're an innocent victim. I don't care about being a victim. I don't care about being innocent. I'm a fucking survivor.
I hear you.
You don't understand. You don't understand at all. Like, there's really shit there. Why do you think I want to still, at the end of the day, take a blame for something I didn't do? It's because I really did love Jonathon. It don't matter if I say I love you to 1,000 people. I can do that all day long. My heart goes out to Jonathon.
I hear you. I understand you're dealing with severe trauma. I got it. All right?
It's hurting me so bad.
So what's hurting you so bad?
It's everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, come on in. I'm wondering if we've reached the point that Judge Cook was concerned about as far as competency to be able to have the conversation. I mean, we're pretty much
Well,
I'm not sure.
what's making you so upset right now? You're feeling like we're not
don't-
listening to you?
It's not that. I'm not trying to say I'm a victim or none of that. I'm just trying to tell you how I see it as. That's how I see it as. I know I'm not right in the head. But that's how I see the situation. I know he's the one that did it, but I don't remember anything. I know the places you said. I know the people you're talking about, but I don't remember doing it. I don't remember being in an actual position, like, being there. Like, I'm not conscious. I don't remember being conscious during it. I know of it. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember being in that spot, and it hurts me because it's like, I'm a survivor. I'm not no victim. I don't like that word. It took a lot for me to go through what I did with Jonathon. I know that I say I love you to a lot of people, but I can do that all day long, but my heart goes out to him. I really love him. And I think what really happened at the end of the day is that I just came into the mindset that it was okay that she died. That it's okay to kill people and stuff like that when it really isn't.
I'm listening. I want to hear you out. I feel like you're really frustrated because we're not listening to you. I'm trying to hear what you're saying, okay? We both are.
I want to go home. I don't want to be.
Kaitlyn, the last thing we want to do is pin something on someone who didn't do whatever the crime is, okay? That's so far from what we want to do, okay? But we are here to find the truth about situations, regardless of what that truth may be. At the end of the day, that's all we want, okay? And this is your opportunity to say, hey, I did this, that, and the other. This is, a moment of clarity for everyone where you just, everything that you did that was wrong, you lay it out on the table, because that shows that you have accepted responsibility for your own actions, okay? And based upon that, the prosecutor here takes that information and makes recommendations and says, this person, they messed up, they did these things, but they accepted responsibility for it. And because of that, we're going to offer such and such kind of deal, okay? And that deal may be advantageous to you, okay? But if you waste her time and all our time with things that aren't true or aren't totally accurate, then the likelihood of her offering some type of good deal becomes less, okay? And then we're forced into a situation where we go to court and we paint this picture of what happened, okay? And it's not gonna make you look good, okay?
The most important thing I just wanted to say is that the proffer means everything you say. I mean, they've got, like I said, they have you're in the worst case scenario when they already have a confession thing. What's more important is just telling him the truth about Michael, telling him the truth about how you got from point A to point B, what happened. Even if so all these things are important because the truthfulness of it all comes into play. Like I said, you talked about the complicity issue, right? So like I said, you're in for a long haul here, okay? So what's important now is truthfulness about all things that you can remember. And if you can't specifically remember one thing or another, say, I can't remember that, but I do remember this. You know what I'm saying? We made the decision on this, and you really wanted to tell your story, okay, to be heard. But that means what I don't want you to do is think to minimize anything at all is not going to help you at this point, okay? Everything else is where it is, okay? That's what the proffer is all about. If you're honest, open, straightforward, we're going to be in a much better spot, okay? All right, So I think the last part we heard was who Michael is.
Michael was my trafficker, but I didn't know that was him or whatever. I just knew he had a different it was a different name or whatever that he was under. And mind you, like, I do have a history of cheating, so I have a whole bunch of guys on my Facebook or whatever. And the guy was offering me a safe place to go. He's like, don't tell nobody about it. But I told Jonathon about it. And then that's when he asked me to ask the guy about the mafia and stuff like that or whatever. So then I asked the person about the mafia. And then I basically said that I killed one person, which was Nicole. And after I said that, so that's when he was asking me how far away I was from the place and from a store or whatever. And Jonathon told me to say that I was like 5 minutes away from where I was actually at or whatever, so that just in case that he wouldn't get caught or whatever. So I said somewhere that was 5 minutes away from where we were. And then after that happened, that's when the police picked us up or whatever. And then that's when I was in the office, and I got my phone or whatever, and I saw that that Michael was like, "This is Michael actually." And he was like, "How are you? Your life in prison. You're getting life, and he says, maybe I'll come visit you." And there's a whole bunch of hateful stuff, and he told me to send him a picture of me, and I sent a picture with me crying.
So this kind of ties in with that, but when when you guys got rid of her body, what was she wearing?
I don't know, I forget. I think she was wearing, I don't know, pants or I don't know.
What kind of shirt? Do you recall what her shirt looked like?
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
If you don't remember, you don't remember.
You don't remember. Just say so.
If you can remember.
Did you take a picture of her body?
No, not that I know of. Did I?
I don't know. What's this right here? You sent that picture to Michael. Is that a picture of Nicole's body? Because it looks like she suffered some type of trauma there. That's what it looks like.
No, that's not from me, that's from him. This is the stuff that I said.
Okay.
Well, what did he send you? What's that a picture of?
I don't know what that was. I think because he was saying that you kill people or whatever from the cartel and the mafia, and then that's when he sent somebody that was dead. But it was of a dark skinned girl or whatever. That wasn't Nicole.
Okay.
This is so bad.
It is bad, but we're trying to do what we can here, right, to get the right result. All right.
I mean, did you feel safe with Jonathon? No.
But I love him. I can't. And in my head, I thought everything was okay. Like, I really thought it was okay when it really wasn't.
I'll just show you a picture that you sent. You sent that picture, right? And it's kind of...
It looks like I'm okay in the situation.
Right. I mean, you're obviously the one taking that picture, goofing around, and he's driving. I would think at some point if you did that and you needed help, you would have said, "Hey, call the police."
You got two phones at this point. Did you ever think to call the police when he's murdering her, calling out, walking outside, telling somebody? Here's the problem. It looks like what you're saying is incomplete.
I threatened him to do it multiple times. I told him I was going to call it in and turn him in or whatever, but I never did it. I don't know why I never did it. I don't know why. I thought it was okay. I really did. I thought that it was okay. I don't know why I thought it was okay, but I thought it was okay. I thought that that's normal. I don't know why. I thought that was that's how someone you really, I guess, like, if they, and he did say that the reason why he killed her was because she didn't want me in the house or whatever, and I was like, well, in my head, I guess I wrapped my head around the idea, well, he must really love me if he did that. I don't know.
Alright, so that's why I want to know the why. You're saying he killed her because she didn't want you in the house?
Yes.
Alright. And when do you think he made that plan?
I don't know. Everybody keeps telling me that he had it already made out, but I don't ever remember him even talking about killing her, none of that.
You never had a conversation about it? Aside from the 5 hours to do something about your mom?
No.
Okay. And the rock, you don't know where the rock came from?
No, I don't remember where the rock came from.
You remember telling the FBI agents that you brought it in from outside?
I know I said that, but that's not what happened.
You're okay.
So, it just seems that
Okay. This. So basically, what happened was, I walked into the house or whatever while she was asleep, and I went into the room, and I went in there, passed out, woke up the next morning. It's the same thing. The door was blocked off or whatever. And I told him, I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want her not knowing that I'm here or whatever. And mind you, previous to it happening or whatever, he was talking about that. He was talking about killing his mom or whatever because she wouldn't want us to be together. But I kept dismissing it, and that's when I told him you have 5 hours. He came back with a rock or whatever from outside, came through the window or whatever, and he was like, I'm gonna go do it. And I was like, no. And I went back to sleep. Like, I didn't try to stop him. I was just like, okay. And I fell asleep. And then that's when he started yelling my name. And that's when I walked in. But I helped move the body. I did do that. But I didn't kill her. No.
Alright, so now you see him coming through the window with the rock? Okay. Can you describe its general shape and size?
It's like this.
Okay.
He was like practicing it or whatever. And I'm like,
In the bedroom he was doing that? Is that right? Okay.
yes.
Where would you sleep in the bedroom?
This is his bed on the floor. It's like a mat on the floor. I was sleeping right here. He sleeps right here. And the door's right here. And this is his closet. And then this is the window and stuff.
Alright, so you're saying now that you went back to, he came back in and said, I'm gonna go do it. He's got the rock, he's practicing, you fall asleep and you're gonna just block this out. Is that what you're saying? Okay. But how long until he starts calling your name then?
It really was 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. And did you hear anything in that time?
I want to say I heard, I think that I heard a struggle. I really did think I heard I don't know what type of, I don't know how it sounds, but I hear it, I have PTSD where I hear it, where it's like.
Or maybe you're breathing. Okay, but I think when we first started talking, I thought you heard loud bangs. Did you hear that or not?
No.
Okay. Did you hear her scream?
No, I did not hear her scream. No, I didn't hear her scream.
Okay. And what you're saying now is that you waited till it was over, essentially.
have you had any conversations with Jonathon since you both were put in jail?
Yeah, he'd been sending me letters or whatever. Whenever I was in juvenile, and then he was giving me letters or whatever. I don't want to disclose how he did it, but he was sending me letters, and I got them. He kept telling me just to keep them in and keep taking off of him being the mastermind and me being the mastermind, and that I'm only gonna get 10 years and it's gonna be okay. And me and teach me right and all this other stuff. And he said he would kill a whole town for me, and it's just terrible. It's terrible. I talk to him on the phone. He tells me the same thing. He tells me don't talk to the prosecutor, don't tell them anything.
Has he reached you on the phone in the jail? You know what days those were on?
No.
Am I correct in that he's basically telling you, you take the heat for this because you'll be out in no time? Do you guys have a story you were supposed to stick to?
I was just supposed to take it off.
But with the rock and the strangling, everything you told, like your first statements to people, whether it be on Facebook, text messaging, or in the interview, you gave a very specific statement. I want to know how you came up with that statement. If you're telling me it was what
I walked in on him strangling her, so I put that together. Then I knew about the rock. I put that together, and then the blood blush, and I was up close, and I saw that for myself.
The what?
The bloody blush and stuff all over for the brain matter.
Okay. All right. When you guys fled, because I mean, it just, what you're saying is completely opposite to what we have in regards to cold hard facts. So that's why I'm trying to reconcile it. Because what you're saying right now is not what we would have to prove the case. Okay, so.
I don't know if I could talk to Jonathan and nobody, like, just be like recorded or something, and I get him in a room and we talk about it or something. I can bring it up and something. He would say it. That's the thing. He would admit to it. But you guys, I don't think that's even there's no possible. That's not never ever gonna happen. That's never gonna. You're never gonna get his admission. He's gonna blame it on me, and I'm okay with that. Sadly, I'm okay with spending my life in prison.
But did he tell you? You had some time to come up with the story, right, or a plan, because you all fled and you were gone for some time.
No, we never talked about it. I just said, I promise you, I'll take the fall for you. I promise I love you.
Kaitlyn, you spent how many days with this man?
I promise you. I literally told him I was gonna take the fall because I love him.
You never had a conversation. Okay, so that's the problem. Is your testimony, the statement is real helpful to me, but only if it's true. And when there's just things that make no God-given sense, that's where I'm kind of like, this is over. I mean,
you don't. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, remember when I said to you, did you and Jonathan ever, like, as you're driving along, come up with this idea that
that's the thing we
never. And you kept saying to me, no, I just told him from the very beginning. So so explain that. I'd like to know that too. Explain what was in your mind as you were telling him, I'm going to take the fall.
Like, whenever I was thinking I just think about how it happened. That's really why I think that my mind wouldn't let me stay awake, because I really did think about how it happened and stuff, and I did piece that. Like, I was trying to tell my other attorney, like, when you see somebody stabbed 3 times, and you see a knife on the ground by the body, and they're stabbed 3 times, and you're not the killer, you put 2 together. The person was stabbed 3 times with that knife. That's how I see it as. That's how I literally put 2 and 2 together. I knew he hit her in the head with the rock or whatever. There was literally stuff on her head whenever I walked in, blood and stuff on the ground. And then he had his hands on her neck, so I knew that he was strangling her. And then on top of that, I knew exactly what he bought and stuff because I was there, and I just put it together, and I just wanted to make it sound like I did it too.
So let me ask you this. What do you think you were getting out of it from Jonathan by telling him, just on your own, saying to him directly, I'm going to take the fall? What was in your mind about what were you going to get from Jonathan for that statement?
Like an eternal promise of my love. Like, I've never done anything like that for anybody. I always lie to people and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I promised him because I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it. I promised him that I would take the fall because I don't know. It's hard for me to make sense, but I said it in the moment, though. I was like, I'm going to take the fall for you. I'm going to take the fall for you. because I knew that they were looking for us. Because mind you, I'm the one sending out the stuff, so I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. It's like I kind of set myself up in a way. Like I wanted to be like painted as this monster. Like I don't like myself. I think that's the thing too. I wanted to be painted as a monster because that's how I feel. I don't know.
It's okay. I can understand that. Okay, but
Yeah. I'm trying to make sense of it.
You know, one of the things that I like to do in an investigation is look into the past history of a person to kind of see maybe why they are the way they are as a person. Okay, it helps give me some insight. So there is basically a timeline of your life, okay? And some of the horrific things that you have been subjected to, okay? No one should have to endure these things that you've endured. But we also know that when people are subjected to things like that, that it affects them mentally and causes them to become a certain type of person. So looking at yours, I mean, anyone that looks at that would say, wow, I can understand why they would hurt somebody else.
But that's the thing, I don't want to hurt nobody else. I don't ever want that. Like,
So-
and the thing is Jonathan's the only person that's sticking around. He's the only one that's messed up just like how I messed up. And when I mean that, I mean like I have a history of saying I'm gonna kill myself if someone tries to leave me. I have a history of being aggressive and stuff like that, but his is more fucked up than mine. That's the thing. But I love him.
So here's the thing. So we look at his history. He graduates high school. He goes in the military. He serves his country. Comes home. No criminal record to speak of. Zero. Okay. Fairly normal formative years, growing up. Until he gets with you. And then these things start to happen. So it's just hard for me to believe that someone like you who's been through so much, and we can understand why it might make you prone to doing certain things, how you could be a little bit more likely to commit a crime of violence than Jonathon. Okay, it seems to me that if I were to look at both of your life histories and somebody were to say to me, which one do you think is a sociopath or a narcissist or whatever? It's not going to be Jonathon, okay? And I'm sorry that these things have made you this way.
I'm not like that. You should
but it's we can't allow you to keep manipulating, okay? And that's been
I'm not manipulating. He's the one that did it. You're not listening. I'm trying to tell you for her sake. I did to her body, but I'm not the one that killed her. And only Nicole would know that. Please, Nicole. If her body was found, you would see his fingerprints on her and everything, but no. You know they wouldn't talk to me because they said they knew he's the one that did it. Then why am I still here? Why am I still alive? Why? Fuck my life, right? I'm trying to be honest
Just take a moment. Okay? Take a deep breath. Take a couple deep breaths. I wonder if we mental health assessment to be done on that.
You want to be finished speaking for today, Kaitlyn?
No, I want you guys to understand. I want you to see. I don't know what I need to do. I just want you to see. I was scared of him too. Please don't let him get away with it.
So let me ask you this: when you said I'm scared of him too, what causes you to say that?
Because I seen him do it. I seen him kill her, and nobody's listening.
We're listening. We're listening.
No, because I'm painted that way. I have a bad history, so it's obviously me. It's not fair. Good people can have bad people.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, this guy could be a good guy, but be raping somebody, but nobody would ever believe that because I'm sorry. I'm really trying to tell you guys that you are not listening. You are, but you're not, because you obviously still think it's me.
No, I mean, what I think is that you and Jonathon planned to kill her, and you did just that, and you worked together, strangling her and hitting her head with a rock. I think both of you were hands-on. You were together every part of it, the pre-planning, the killing, the disposing, and the fleeing, every step of the way. That's what all of the evidence suggests, Kaitlyn.
Yeah. So, just so you know, we've talked about this.
Being honest.
Well, being honest, the assessment before the fact, or even whether or not when two people go together to do something, even if you're not the one who did that part, under Ohio law, you're under the whole. You still can be held for what he did. Okay, so what I know, the one thing I do know is that I can fully understand how your history gets you to a point where you're involved with someone like him, and I will push back on the detective a bit because when it comes to a man going out and finding a 6-year-old, that he may have a perfect record on one area, that's something that doesn't shine right away, and I think he'll agree with me. And there's something going on with a 30-some-year-old man who's done all the things he's supposed to do, who still lives with his mom and is bringing a minor into his mother's house. So there's those kind of issues.
No, but listen, I was literally friends with her. I don't know if you guys know that, but I was talking to her from Facebook. I was friends with her.
Okay.
I didn't want her to die. I did it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, if you didn't want her to die, why did Jonathon want her to die?
I don't know. I told him I was going to leave in 5 hours and he had to do something about his mom because I didn't want to be there without her knowing me about it.
Because you had said that in the interview with the FBI that you killed her because she was in the way of your guys' relationship.
It's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt. I don't want it to be real. I gave him 5 hours to do it, but I didn't really think he was gonna do it.
Alright, you gave him 5 hours to kill her, but you didn't think he'd actually do it.
No!
Okay. Alright. And then did you feel kind of responsible after he did do it?
Yes, I felt like it was all my fault. I still feel like it's all my fault. I still hear her. I wrote her a whole letter for court. I don't want It's just too much. It's too much.
Do you remember sending me a letter about this situation? Yeah.
I just said you literally wanted you to know I didn't do it.
See, that was blow hard.
I gotta just say that it seems that you remember a lot when it's convenient for you, okay, when it helps you. But when it's not convenient for you, then things become a little fuzzy.
No, I know everything, but I told him it's gonna hurt. It hurts to talk about every single thing. I really feel guilty for everything, even if I wasn't what I wasn't. It really hurts. It really hurts. I feel like I'm getting nowhere. I feel like I'm right back at El Paso. I feel like I think myself, well, who did I even do? I don't want to talk about it because it hurts. It really hurts to talk about it. I didn't know that. I really felt like it was a movie. I thought that Jonathon loved me. I thought that we're just gonna go off and be terrible together, be worse together because we're not there.
When did that change? Like when did time run up? Did you get like Mexico? I mean, like at some point, this wild ride of being terrible together was over, right?
No, it never was over. Like I said, I told him I was gonna take the blame or whatever, and he listened.
But I mean, at some point, you guys are running out of money, living out of this car with this cat and stuff in Mexico. Do you have an idea that you're gonna get picked up and sent back at some point, right? I mean,
that's the thing. That's why I kept saying. I kept sending all that shit on social media, and that's the reason why I kept texting people all the things that I was texting them, because I just wanted it to be over with. I didn't want to really be doing all this stuff that we were doing.
Is there anything else that you can think of that you think we need to know, that we might not know about?
No, he pawned off her laptop in Mexico to somebody.
Just to a random person in Mexico?
Yep, he drew up all her money out of her accounts, which you already know.
There's videos of all that, you in the car. Why were you guys in Adrian, Michigan? What were you doing up there?
Where?
Adrian, Michigan. You guys went up into Michigan, withdrew some money one time from an ATM machine.
I don't remember why. Michigan money. He said for the dispensary. This dispensary. Because his mom was supposed to go that day for the dispensary, but she never went.
So you guys got some of her money out up there and went to a dispensary and bought some marijuana? And then you guys, other occasions, got money out at various ATMs from her account. And when you were in Arizona, he sold the gun at a pawn shop. Actually, no,
Texas.
in Texas, in El Paso, right?
Yeah, he said something about his mom, and that's drew an alert, and that's when they did all that. And then we were stopped near Mexico.
Okay, so you were first you were in Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
And that's where that guy was shot, okay? And at some point, he pawned her jewelry, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were stopped by Customs Border Protection down on the Mexico border. But you guys were then released.
Mm-hmm. Because they said nobody could respond to it.
And then you made your way to El Paso, where he sold the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned he told them something about his mom. What did he tell them?
Just in the discovery, they said something about his mom being dead, right? Or something. I don't know, yeah, his mom is dead. But I didn't know that he said that, whatever, but I knew whatever they told me about the discovery that he said that.
Right. Okay.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
They actually hire people to come in and clean up. Just making light, okay?
Okay.
It'll be fine.
No,
He's good.
no, but you said it. Why would he come if he knew if he wasn't okay with it? Then why did he come with me all the way? Why did I go with him? Why did we stay together? Why did we
trust us, we've seen enough, we've been doing this a long time, we understand these are difficult personal relationships that don't easily break up.
But you've moved on from him, right?
No. Trust me, I still want to do. I think about it at night. I'm like, nobody will ever touch me like he has. I really just want to throw my life away. But I can't do jail. I haven't been able to do jail since I've been locked up. But I still think at the end of the day that I can't. I know that I'm not right in the head because of everything. And I keep asking for help, but nobody gives me help.
I know, but that's, there's a lot of people who are not right in the head. Very, very, very few of them brutally murder someone.
I didn't murder nobody. I'm telling you,
You're good. You're good.
No. I didn't kill nobody still. At the end of the day, they think that I might as well be the one, right? I might as well just say I did it. Throw my life away. That's why I keep thinking.
It's to us, I mean, you gave a lot of very explicit details about how this was done. And those aren't generally the details that someone provides after they walk in and witness a traumatic situation. Generally, people forget things, okay? But you remembered so much that you gave explicit details when you were interviewed.
I have PTSD because of it.
So your recollection was very clear
I was
then.
up close to it. Like,
So.
All right, they're gonna run you back, okay? Have a good cry.
no. I feel like my whole life is
Well, it's not. It's not, but I'm gonna tell you something, and I know Aaron will agree. You helped clear up a few things that I think Autumn and I can have a conversation with Aaron, and I think we're, let's put it this way, you didn't hurt yourself, okay? And there's one or two things that I think we can have a conversation about.
I didn't do it.
I
wanted to know.
Remember what I said to you. It doesn't matter who hit her in the head, okay? I believe you. The whole totality of everything puts you into the liability issue. So let me do my
I
whole
want to know what's gonna happen. I want to know.
We will know that probably pretty soon.
What's
But
gonna happen?
well, first off, we're gonna get the psychologist talking to you, okay? All right, and then the attorneys are gonna talk. There are a lot of legal things here to work through, and we'll get to a resolution that the state and we can feel comfortable with and take it from there, okay?
What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna keep talking with your attorney. There's gonna probably be some more court dates in the interim. I do think they'll probably be evaluated again. And
Take it from there,
okay?
all right? And I'm gonna tell you straight
I
up,
don't
because
know.
of, well, so sit tight, I'll come see you at the jail, all right? They're gonna take you back to the jail.
Thank you.
You can leave those Kleenex right there. Somebody's gonna be coming in to get you here.
So sit tight, they'll be get you.
You guys want it right there. Walk this door right to the right.
Investigators believed that Nicole hadn't approved of Jonathon seeing Kaitlyn and had actively stood in the way of them dating. This created tension between Nicole and Kaitlyn that escalated until they had a full-blown toxic relationship. Determined to have Jonathon all to herself, Kaitlyn gave him an ultimatum to kill his own mother. When he didn't, she took matters into her own hands, launching a sudden violent attack against Nicole in her own home. In the hours that followed, Kaitlyn and Jonathon worked together to cover up the murder, wrapping Nicole's body, placing it in the trunk of her car, and later disposing of it in a dumpster. Then the killer couple went on the run to Mexico, where they were finally caught. Kaitlyn Coons and Jonathon Jones both plead no contest to aggravated murder and abuse of a corpse. Both are sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. Nicole's body has never been recovered.